That's where you're at. Um, the hacking list is still technically relevant if you plan to be doing any more of that. If Jai does not plan on having Zoe or Charlie shout out that command code immediately, um, or if you guys just wanted to keep duking it out with the station.
Dex,
Oh,
Dex, please answer. Um, why why would we possibly keep duking it out with the station when we have command code?
I don't know why players do what they do. Players are a complete mystery to me.
Hmm.
So what I'm hearing
No,
is that you do want to keep duking it out, right?
no, God, I'm sick of it. I'm not a fighty class. None of us are a fighty class except
Walter.
possibly Charlie.
Charlie is a situationally fighty class.
I'm only a
He's,
fighting class against robots
yeah.
and a helicopter that one time.
I think you've done it to 2 helicopters actually, on Canagiris
That's
and on Pana or Astos.
okay. I'm a fighting class against specifically helicopters and robots.
You're more effective than the rest of us in that regard, even against non those things.
That's
Uh,
probably true with telekinetic armory.
You can also blow up buildings pretty well.
Yep. Built-in
yeah,
demo
I guess.
charges.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and transmit that stuff wherever it needs to go. Uh,
All right, Jai is receiving probably video and audio transmissions of all the stuff that Charlie and Zoe are focusing in on. That they're both certainly coordinating and communicating. Yeah, that might be it. That looks like it. Make sure Jai gets that. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit more sass coming from Zoe when in that. Oh, I see a Xander.
yeah, I was
Perfect
gonna say
timing.
Yeah,
someone just joined.
I'm here. I made it. What's up?
Zoe and Charlie have just found those command codes that Jai sent them looking for, and I was just narrating Zoe peacefully, kindly, and compliantly transmitting those over to Jai without a word of sass.
Yep, it went something like this. Hey, Captain Fuckhead! I found your codes, you dumbass!
I think that about fits how I narrated it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Fortunately, we've all realized by now that we need to put in filters whenever Zoe talks to just get to the point.
I felt like I got to the
Um,
point pretty quick.
yeah. So just give me the bleeped version of that, Dexter, and then I can work from there.
You'll have to have Meowkin do that for you because I'm sure it's Nemesis that installed any kind of filters like that.
Probably don't have actually have filters.
So
We just edit that version into the into the VOD covering up the original.
Yeah.
no, you beep out the sound, but then you flash in their video screen what the word is.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like, well,
I fucking
technically I
doubt.
beeped it, but I didn't want you to miss out on any vital context. Uh, dumb. Anyway.
So what is Jai doing with this?
Alrighty. So let me think. For a moment. Exactly. How does the code input work? Or here, would we just have to just give it the code vocally and then be able to do whatever? Or
Yeah, so basically it's let me rearrange this real quick.
This is Jai. Authorization code Delta Niner 5 Epsilon Tango.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna go for spelling something, but I blanked halfway through.
Fine.
well, you spelled denight, so I mean, it's something. Yeah.
Give me the actual code, and we will repeat it in terms of Greek letters or whatever the military actually uses.
It's just a seemingly random string of words that you announce to Callie. Something like this is Jai, officer of the Terran Mandate Navy. Not officer, sorry. Admiral something. Admiral Jai of the Terran Mandate Navy. Um, authorization code, blah blah blah. In fact, you know that Kelly's not stupid, so it would be more like Jai speaking for Officer Admiral such and such of the Terran Mandate Navy, with that string of codes, and then tell Callie that you want her to cease hostilities. That part I leave up to you. Again, you can continue fighting the station if you want.
Having a good time.
I don't think we
Yeah,
want.
how close are enemies to closing in on the position of Zoe and yeah, no, Zoe's the one who called me Captain Fuckhead, right? How close are enemies to closing in on Zoe's position?
It's funny you should mention that, because there is a flea that is quietly scuttling about the outside of the station towards the breach that you made.
All right.
So not close to Zoe's position at all, but Nemesis and Pratt are right there.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, I'll go ahead and ping Callie, and just say mandate officer Jai Rao, authorization code 0999 Alpha Omega Isle. Sure.
Okay. And it is at this point that your bridge crew on the Raza, well, I guess that would just be Armstrong, is blasting an alert to the station crew, to the away team, that there is a flea approaching the bridge between the Raza and the breach that you made, the opened. Gosh, the breach that you opened. And Callie responds to Jai, "Fuck you, how did you get those codes?"
I'm a mandate officer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit, you're not a mandate officer.
Just cease hostilities.
I think she called
Fuck.
it bluff.
Fuck. The flea stops moving.
See? If I wasn't a mandate officer, you wouldn't have obeyed that order. So you obeyed it, so clearly I'm a mandate officer.
QED. I fucking love it.
Now QED is something entirely different.
Stop bullshitting me. I know you're not a mandate officer. Now, what do you want?
Well, I'd like complete access to the station and information on what exactly it is here you're trying to keep secret.
Oh, the music suddenly got louder.
Yeah, it's brand new tracks that haven't been volume adjusted yet.
I was like, oh shit. Somebody feels the need for some mood music for this scene.
That also, yes. That was not a mistake. um, so, what was the thrust of Jai's question? What was he trying to get at first?
Huh? Can you repeat that, Dex?
What was the thrust of Jai's question? What was he trying to get at first?
I think, I mean, the first thing he was trying to get at was complete access to the station unhindered. To like transfer control of systems over to me, and then the other thing was like information on what to try to keep hidden, which was just what exactly. I'd like you to state a list of your duties from
Oh my god.
from uh,
You can't just tell an AI to do that. You'll be here for a week.
from most important to least important until
Uh,
I cut you off.
oh, okay. All right.
Alright, well, first of all, Callie says that she can't transfer control of the station over to him. That is, not within her programming. The control of the station is, dedicated solely, well, that kind of authority is dedicated solely to the ABNN AI. And give me a second here. Let me go to my my documents. Who or what is Callie? Um.
The ABNN AI.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is, we need to get God, what was her name? We need to get David over here. We need to get David over here and have him give us control.
Who's David?
Oh, he's an ABNN AI probably.
Oh god, what's her name? The lady who gave us the missions.
April?
Yeah, April.
April. That's what her name was.
I don't know an April either.
I mean, have you told her to only tell us the truth?
I mean, they might be using different names because they're not named after Earth gods. You know?
There's an Earth god named April?
That's my point. They're, incognito.
Maybe I'm confused. I thought you were saying they were using the names of Earth gods.
I was saying they aren't. They're
Well,
incognito. They changed their names.
but I'm also not using the name of an Earth god. Does that make me incognito?
No, you're not one of the AIs. Gosh.
Yeah,
But why?
ignore all
Okay.
of this. Just give me a list of your mission specs as well as technical specifications.
And she does. With a few fucks sprinkled liberally in this, she recites that she has a limited functional scope with directives to terminate runaway or rogue operations, protect Nexus data, and to protect human life, in that order.
Oh no.
Okay. I'd like you to grant us action. Or sorry. That was protect Nexus data. What was the middle one?
Protect Nexus
No.
data was the middle one.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was the first one then?
Terminate runaway or rogue operations.
Operations of what?
Yeah, clarify there, please.
Look, if somebody gets real crazy with their liver transplants, you gotta put them down.
She explains. It's a little bit more. A little more specific than that. A little bit greater in scope than that. The activities over on Mojave 7, which is the destroyed station, she deemed to be a rogue operation. Actually, not a rogue operation, a runaway operation. The Artemis group security that were on board Chang'e 7 at that time were trying to prevent her from destroying that runaway operation, so she had to terminate them.
Are you aware of their reasons for attempting to stop you from destroying the runaway station
Yes,
or rogue station?
it
And
illogical humans and didn't see the bigger picture.
explain the reasonings from their perspective as best as you were able.
They said there were still people alive on Mojave 7. That didn't matter. The condensers were becoming self-sustained.
Oh, you're also anti-condenser. Well.
Well, good news there. If there are condensers aboard that station, then I think our goals might align.
What are those?
Well, to shut them down, first of all. Rather not the Introverse get it. I'd rather not let the Introverse impact this universe more than it already has.
I've already shut them down.
And why did you need us to go? What the? Okay, no,
Yeah,
I'm not there. I'm not there. I gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you want us to destroy the station then?
Not that station.
Oh, the one that's already been destroyed then.
No. I destroyed Mojave 7. Black. And she gives the orbital trajectory of Black, which matches the other lit station, powered and energy lit station that you detected. Black is the station that needs to be destroyed.
Why?
Ship, really.
Why does it need to be destroyed?
Because it has the same goal as the condensers.
Wait, would you say it's a black ship?
Yes.
Christ.
How interesting.
Not this.
She clarifies that it is a Titan-class ship with the name
Ooh.
Black.
Well, that's like, come on, guys. Not even a history, just a color.
BLK-000.
Somebody got a little.
Is this ship from or related to the Introverse? Specifically, the forces of the beings calling themselves the. God, I always forget their names.
Vega.
The Vector Victors?
Vega, thank you. I am sorry, Dex.
That's okay.
Big.
I've put a lot of lore out and have not made any easy reference site. I have plans to do a world anvil and make things a bit easier, but I'm lazy.
Yeah,
Fair.
fine. As long as you continue to allow us to go, the people from the place with the thing, and then you fill in what the actual name is.
Yeah, no. That's why I want to write the world anvil so that I can be real hard on you guys about that and just say, no, you got to go look it up.
No,
No.
my character knows many things that I do not. All right.
As
No.
does mine.
I still
Yeah.
wouldn't do that to you.
I do not have the void knowledge.
Give me just a second though to reorient myself.
Mm, mm, mm,
Hmm. You ever notice that there's like one dude in charge of something? No, I guess Harry. Two dudes in charge of something, and everything else has been female or female coded.
I think AI in general is that way, right?
I mean, there's a David. He's just not in charge of anything.
Wow.
Thankfully, because he is completely bonkers.
Yeah, well, that's true. But no, Sue had a female, what, like hotel manager? I don't know, governor, whatever her name, whatever her title was. The
Technically,
whole
chief
place
of
is basically one
operations.
hotel, right?
Yeah.
Your dad is in control of the probably.
Yeah. So that's one, and the other one was Harry, but we fucking, absurd him. Plus, there was a Vega lady in charge of him, so
Whatever's going on, bro.
yeah, they're all women, dude. Like, come on.
Are they all women on bro? I don't know anything about bro.
Like I said, we just haven't gone anywhere where there's any dudes in charge.
Oh,
I
I mean,
feel like
your
we've
dad-
intentionally avoided bro, though.
Well, yeah, because it's like my dad's power base and full of people who want to kill us. Probably.
That sounds like it's going to be a major thing that we have to do then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, because they're building my dad a dreadnought, and we're totally gonna steal that.
In any case,
Why are you laughing? I'm serious.
yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah.
the mayor dude on Stos.
That was a woman.
Yeah.
No, that was a.
No,
the
Zoe mentioned Harry.
No, I was talking
Yeah.
about
You said
the
Ghost.
person that. No, I said Sos.
Sos was a lady governor.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
the dude guy that we broke into the house of.
No, that
Oh,
was the
no.
scientist. That was the scientist.
Or that wasn't a
No, he was-
scientist.
He was a guy in charge.
He was
of
a
something.
member of the board, but he was not the governor. Who was
Okay.
the governor was a woman.
Okay.
He was effectively a ranking union liaison to the SOS government, but the relationship between SOS government and union was so tight there that still put him in a very high position.
It counts. Also, the fire
Hmm,
tornadoes.
okay.
I'm just going to say are dudes.
Wow. You can't gender a phase of matter. I mean, you probably can.
Well,
I don't.
I was
Fire
gonna say, you can
tornado is
do
not a
whatever you
phase of
want.
matter.
So
Look, I think we can all agree it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Callie informs you that the reason that Black needs to be destroyed is basically the same reason that is a follow-up from destroying Mojave 7. That it's a Necros Eternal operation that must be rogue if it is still operational 1,000 years after all outside supplies were cut off.
Hmm.
That Black Sun, Necros, and Necros Eternal were up to no good. She puts it in so many words.
The hell? Somebody about to blow up?
That was my car.
Okay, I was like, what the hell
Car's
was that?
about to blow up.
Yeah, is your car about to blow up?
It's a weird
All right,
noise.
I'm sorry, Dex. I was spacing there for a minute. What exactly did you say?
She's basically saying that Black needs to be blown up as a guilt by association kind of situation.
He just
As
doesn't like them because they're still alive.
yeah, it's a Necros Eternal project, and both Black Sun and Necros Eternal were tampering with things that man should not tamper with.
Oh God, she said the words. Now there'll never be peace.
Yeah.
Jai doesn't know that there's anything that shouldn't be tampered with.
You got me there.
And honestly, neither does Zoe.
Guy just sounds befuddled. Something that shouldn't be tampered with?
Yeah,
And at this
that doesn't
point,
sound right.
if you guys
Yeah,
want,
does it?
the four of you could be linked into this call and have regrouped.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're not being attacked, that's kind of what we'd probably end up doing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, here's a question. Exactly what is it still doing here if that's a Titan-class ship and not a station?
I don't know.
Remind me, Titans are bigger or smaller than
They are
Dreadnoughts?
the fucking huge ones.
Right, the ones. Okay, yeah.
The ship that you were able to fly the Raza into a hole in the hull and just kind of
Mhm.
sit around and maneuver was a Titan class.
Right, like the one in the
Graveyard.
graveyard that we
Yep.
took a bunch of stuff out of. Yeah, okay.
The one that had a 500 million people that it was trying to exodus.
Right.
They are freaking massive.
Titans
So
are
is
the
it
ones that you can mistake for a station.
anybody else thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, it's time for an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the very distinct problem. This ship so cruelly and maliciously fired upon an officer of the Mandate and has left this ship damaged. How would we even get close to the Titan?
Wow.
Well, I
Wow.
guess you should have listened to me and stopped where you were. Then we could have had this discussion. Dipshit.
I'm an officer of the Mandate. I don't need to listen to you.
You're not an officer of the Mandate. Stop pretending.
I had the codes. What are you talking about?
You
Oh
found
my
the
God.
codes in Reginald's room. That idiot never could remember anything.
His name was really Reginald. Oh my God.
That's fact now.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
well, guess what? That's why I'm an officer and Reginald's not anymore.
Officer Reginald's not an officer of the not an admiral in the Mandate. Actually, no, he'd be an officer. Not an officer in the Mandate because it's been 1,000 years since he died.
Yeah, that too.
Reggie, no!
Yeah, spoiler alert. Jesus. And now that I'm there, I'm actually saying that.
She does not react.
We have fun here.
We have something here.
Yeah, we do have something. Alright. So tampering with things they weren't supposed to be tampering with, I assume that's more introverse stuff. I would like you to grant us complete access to the information in your archives for perusing by my technician here. We need complete awareness of this data in the event we are going to handle this mission. I'd also like complete access to the armory of this station, as well as any other material I need to improve or repair the ship this ship that is definitely belonging to an officer of the Mandate from the damage you caused.
I'd also like to wish for more wishes, if I can.
You hear a loud clunk in the hallway.
Ooh. Ooh. Inventory. Oh, it's all gonna be 1,000 years old. God damn it. That's alright, I can fix it.
Oh.
I mean, being 1,000 years old makes it pre-stream, so.
Oh yeah, it's probably
better
better.
that way.
Yeah. I keep forgetting we live in backwards land.
Yeah.
While
It's like Star Wars stuff.
while you're moving over to the armory to see what's there, or the room you couldn't get into, whatever room that is.
Yeah, what could it possibly be?
Oh, it's just the pool room. The billiards.
Oh, I was thinking.
Space billiards?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
You're
like
keeping
a
us away from the
swimming
zero
pool.
G swimming pool. Come on now.
Yeah, I was thinking swimming pool. It's just a room filled with water,
Yeah.
and maybe a force field that lets people through and not water.
Oh, so it's the
People are
Blitz
mostly
ballroom.
water.
I know,
Yes.
I know.
It is the Blitz ballroom.
Look, the best part of Blitzball was collecting all the players, so, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
The actual game was sort of lame.
Callie,
I put in like 20 hours in it. I don't know why.
Because that's how you get the cool ball for what's-his-face.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Which-
Waka.
Yeah.
while you were
Waka,
walking
that's
over
right.
there,
Oh my god, I forgot his name was Waka.
Yeah.
Waka waka.
Waka!
while you're walking over there,
Uh-huh.
Callie does take a bit of a high and mighty tone here. She relates that she fully and firmly believes that all condenser research must be stopped and all condensers destroyed. And she says this, as she's saying it as a condition of releasing this data to you, but Nemesis can see that it's already been unlocked.
Yep. No arguments here.
She goes on to say that man's pursuit of contact with the afterlife is morally wrong, and that you do not tread upon the domain of God.
No, God, get out of here.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
yeah. Keep the weird high and mighty ethical stuff out of here. We've got practical reasons for wanting to do this, which is
This is
not
practical.
just-
Are you
well,
telling me this robot found Jesus?
No, this robot found a Bible and is now trying to fuck with us.
I'm
thought you
not
were
talking
supposed to
about
be.
the
I
Christian
thought you were
God.
supposed to be Hindu or something.
Yeah, I don't believe any of this bullshit.
This is not the Christian God.
Oh.
I don't know who or what, but there is some divine entity from which all energy
Bullshit.
in the universe first sprang.
Sure.
Where do you think the universe came from?
Uh,
Your
Well,
12 years of experience.
I wasn't born yesterday, so I know from the experiments
Are
that
you
the...
sure? You sound 13 years old.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Grandma. Obasan.
I am not getting into an argument on.
Oh, I do. But
Fucking-
I keep doing whatever I'm doing, but I only need half a brain to argue with this bitch.
I'm not getting into an argument on fucking cosmetology with a weird religious AI.
100% I will.
Okay, so
Sounds
it's allowed to
amazing.
get an
Yeah,
argument with a
let's
religious
hear it.
AI.
Let's hear Zoe.
Oh, no, I mean, that's basically it. I don't
Okay.
actually know all that much about cosmetology.
Do you? We can take it out of character a little bit. In what direction does Zoe prod, or is she just trying to instigate? Is she trying to get information, or just instigate?
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's trying to, like, figure out why this thing believes in fucking gods, since, I mean, generally AIs are pretty, fact-based.
Okay.
Doesn't that have an implication when you say it that way, though?
Yes, that's why I'm trying to draw this thing out.
I'd like to make a real quick point. Jesus is in fact a figure in Hinduism as
Yeah.
a reincarnation of Dhruva Rishi.
Makes perfect sense.
Is
About
there,
as much as
an,
any other Christian religion.
is there an actual individual creation figure in Hindu myth? I'm not actually sure.
I think so, but I don't remember who.
Brahma. Okay, in one tradition.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about my Hindu studies is that somebody ejaculated at a river.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of religions actually, and a lot of mythology.
Yeah. Hindu myth that was the one with kalpas, right?
Kappas?
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
Japanese.
No, not kappas, kalpas.
Oh.
We're gonna get so canceled for this episode.
Yeah, let's
Oh my
actually stick
god.
to what Callie knows, which I can as at a meta level say is not Hinduism.
Okay.
It is well, you'll see, you'll see. So okay, so Zoe is trying to get information. Um, let's do this with a couple of tiered checks. So
God.
we'll start off with talk int, unless you can suggest another skill and attribute combination that might work better.
Well, I mean, she's a robot, so fix obviously. Well, I'm trying to trade our worldviews with each other, so trade obviously.
You cannot push her buttons or sell her your ideology.
Damn it! I'm trying to start a banana cult here.
What if they're
Go.
from one of those mega churches or Scientology? Can they use trade then?
It's got a real point. It's got a real point.
Is
Well,
there
has a point.
is there an insanity skill?
Oh, we are going to get canceled. Our one viewer is going to be like, "Excuse me, Scientology is very real."
Is work an insanity skill?
It'll very real.
Yes.
It is very really likely to sue me, I guess, if it comes out that I was calling them a fake scam religion. The good news is
real life dude,
nobody's
real life
watching this.
Scientology.
So.
Yes.
You said that. It's recorded. It's on the internet now.
Well, actually,
you can't run for president anymore.
As soon as we
Um,
started
I'm
talking
sending-
about Scientology, we got like 300 viewers. So
Oh shit. Well, there you go.
I'm sending the VOD to Tom Cruise right now.
And he'll watch it.
actually, I kind of feel like Tom Cruise, if this happened, would be more inclined to call me and teach me about Scientology than to cancel me. And because he's so charismatic, next week I'm all
You'd be
about
married to
Scientology,
him.
guys.
Nope. It's too late for that. You're already married to him.
Actually, he's got a lot of money, so that's
X, please don't join a weird cult.
Even if it will get you a rich husband.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
All right. Back to Callie in this game in Darkstar. So do you have any other suggestions for a skill combination?
No, I mean, talk sounds like the one.
You
Okay.
can always do no.
No, I can't because I let you be in charge of no, and so I don't actually have a whole lot of no skill.
I'm the only one around here who knows anything.
No wouldn't actually be a viable skill for this conversation.
Wrong, fucker. I've got the focus.
Oh yeah,
No
you
is
did.
always a viable skill.
Yeah, I love that you're like, look, I don't like focuses that make, are just about one skill and make it take over everything. Makes a skill that, or focus that makes
Literally.
Yeah, I
everything.
didn't anticipate it would be used
I'd
quite
like to
so
point out
much.
that I made you nerf that skill too.
Yeah, you did. It's this is all part of balancing. I realized that it was dumb and ridiculous. All right, roll.
Originally, I could use that once every scene.
Talk?
Yeah, with intelligence.
Okay. Yeah. And
And we'll do this basically like scans. So what question about this do you want to ask, or do you want me to just pick something that comes up?
Right. Oof.
That is going
Oof.
to need some help. You will need at least a 6 to proceed. Is anybody
Yeah.
capable of helping Zoe here? We are outside your plan.
I'm not paying
Weird.
it.
Can I
I'm
help
not
with the
really
administer anyways?
Yeah, you could. If you can justify how administer might help Zoe.
What was the exact question again?
I don't
Sorry.
think Xander had come up with a question
Yeah,
yet.
no, I'm just trying to figure out why this fucking AI believes in gods.
Huh. I mean, I guess the
Yeah,
minister, like, I guess, in trying to, like, I mean, or I guess program might make more sense, but it's the same difference either
Holy
way.
crap!
But basically, like, I guess, like, what, I get, I don't know, because, you know, it's like, how do you logically prove the existence of a god? It's, you know, there's,
I don't care if there's a
yeah,
logical reason. I just want to know
yeah,
why the
well,
AI believes it.
yeah. Well, I mean, yes, but but an AI presumably is the perfect logical being, right?
No, because otherwise they would be a computer,
Oh, hmm,
right?
true.
Yeah, AI end up with personality and flaws, and those that don't are the ones that go insane.
Right. Well, let's not rule that out. She does believe in fucking gods and shit.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess administer just going through like maybe like going through if I can any files like for Kylie's touch to try to see like how they process things.
Okay. Well, you do have quick and easy access to the Necros Eternal dataset. Well, uh, hmm. Actually, you've got quick and easy access to the Artemis group, Necros, and ABNN. Not to
The Black Sun.
trivialize your huge victory over that Necros Eternal, but it's much easier to access on the terminal, where it's decrypted through the terminal, than on your data slab, where you
Yeah.
would have to decrypt it.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's stopping you from decrypting it if you want, though.
Programmatically, what I was doing is just making sure that Kylie couldn't
Right.
prevent us from accessing it.
So yeah, I think Nemesis could organize some of the information there, and pass Zoe some notes and hints here and there that might steer
Kylie's thought
her,
process.
steer her conversation. So roll your
How did
administer.
we
I
end
don't
up
think
with-
you can even fail a 6, can you?
No, I cannot fail a 6.
Okay, so then that gets Zoe the +1, and Kylie responds with the ability to speak with the dead proves an afterlife, and if there's an afterlife, then there is a god.
No, I mean, it might just disprove the theory of death. Because, if you can still speak to him.
There are souls floating in the infraworld.
Yeah, but are they...
what does that have to do with there being a god? It just means there are souls.
Oh, there's
Or
Well-
hell, I'm not even going to agree with the soul thing.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
they're
they might
just
just...
disembodied consciousness, conscious echoes of their former personality. I'm not here to truck with this soul nonsense.
So my follow-up question, I guess, would be, like, how do you know that there's afterlife? Because, right, you'd have to have talked to them before they died, and then also after they died. The same person? Is that what you're saying you've done?
Black Sun researchers have hang on real quick. Black Sun researchers have proven that the Vega can communicate with the dead.
Let me see your experimental. I want to see the proof. I don't fucking believe none of this bullshit.
She highlights in the terminal that Nemesis is acting on several interviews with Black Sun researchers and some with Vega entities.
Mm-hmm.
Where
So this is what us in the history business call like fourth-hand accounts. Can we see some actual evidence, or does that not just not exist?
there are also actual recorded incidents of the Vega speaking with a person who had who had died.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but we also know that the Vega are capable of possessing corpses. They might just be gathering the memories from the people they inhabit there.
These were conversations with a person in the afterlife who was able to communicate and describe where they were in the infraworld.
Yeah, I've seen seances. Frauds do that all the time.
I thought you said frogs.
Yeah, frogs. That's why, the commercial, Budweiser. Yeah.
Maybe I'm talking about French people. You don't know.
Cancelled. That line of reasoning is getting us cancelled.
Yeah. I'm not sure any French people watch the show either. By
Well,
virtue
they're
of
not
no one
gonna
watching
now.
the show.
Now that they know how anti-French you are.
Oh.
So, go ahead and roll me one more talk int, and try and roll higher this time.
Look, I'm doing what I can. I don't know how I never raised my talk score since I ended up doing it so goddamn much. There you go. You happy?
Yeah, that's higher. That's higher. Does anyone want to assist that?
Do I have to do all the assisting?
Yes. You are our assistant.
No, I'm not.
But you're like the executive assistant.
I have a feeling you're gonna like the rewrite of Planner.
Does it make me not the executive assistant?
No, it gives you a 3d6 when you roll administer to aid people.
Oh.
Oh.
Anybody else want to throw in something to assist Zoe? This is a success, but I'm stepping out of the ask a question, roll a die paradigm, and I'm just going to gauge how much the conversation reveals to you on that score, and a 10 will be more than an 8.
Ooh, if all three of you help me, we can take this up to 12 and just finish early. Go home.
What was I going to say?
Unfortunately, you can only get 1+1 from 8 checks.
Well, yeah, but then fucking Jai can use his stupid no skill to give me a +2. And that's different from a +1.
He can also just inject you with drugs.
Drugs.
Long shot, but Charlie comes from a planet of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Could
Ooh.
Charlie try and just kind of mediate religious stuff from the faith of his culture as a kind of explaining through point?
Sure. What skill do you...
But can he do it with sneak?
Well, yeah, you gotta be sneaky about it.
I'm gonna say no to sneak.
God damn.
Because of the 5e, you'd have a religion skill.
That's, goddamn is why you're having this conversation.
Oh, shit. Hilarious.
Then I guess best I can do here is connect.
Okay.
Oh, wait, could I have used Connect?
No, you're talking directly. Charlie is able to use Connect in the context of drawing on how connected he was or wasn't on Kos.
Mm-hmm.
Connect what?
Charisma or Wisdom?
I will take wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom is a go. Even then, I'm probably going to fail here. +1.
No.
Hey.
Never mind, I'll take it.
Okay.
Nice.
So, as you have already surmised and suspected, Callie's belief in God is not on the soundest factual basis.
Right, she's been programmed to believe in God.
She
Or
hasn't.
part of her weird AI thing is they give her a soft skull.
No, she's been influenced by some of the interviews that Black Sun researchers had with Friendly Vega, who they've
Yeah,
named Iden, because,
look,
of course.
when I said she had a soft skull, I wasn't being literal.
Oh, oh.
I mean, ideas are she's easily influenced.
You can't be metaphorical with me, Xander. I thought you learned that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I learn something new every day, I guess.
um, well then, I also didn't know the phraseology, the phrasing, the meaning of the phrase "soft skull."
It's easy to put ideas in their head.
Okay. Um,
Quote their scolding.
I would disagree with easy, but that's still what happened. And it wasn't, well, it more of an inception thing. Nobody put the idea in her head. She came to this belief that there is a god after she had destroyed all of the Black Sun researchers on Mojave 7.
Oh, she felt bad about the fact that she killed a bunch of people and then found God.
Nope, nope. She definitely does not present it that way. She feels that
she definitely
That's
doesn't
the
feel
way
bad about
down.
it. Yeah.
she I keep reading this mic and it's bothering me. God damn it. I hate this new mic. I don't know how my other mic was so much better. It's the same damn design. Okay, calming down. So the Black Sun researchers themselves turned profoundly religious in light of several discoveries from the entities. The scientific consensus upheld all due rigor. There was no proof of God's existence, so it wasn't even an actual active theory. But they did study and learn that Vega can communicate with the dead. The idea that seeing a corpse's last few moments could be explained away through some kind of psychic brain reading was explored. But they were able to find that the more powerful Vega were able to talk to the dead and ask them questions. That still doesn't discount the idea that they could just tap into a corpse's memories, but there was less reason to believe that. Additionally, the description of the infraworld, as seen by the Vega, invoked a certain sense of heaven, especially when contrasted to how humans could see it through a portal.
It looks more like hell.
It's a sepia
Or-
hell.
I was gonna say purgatory, but
Purgatory limbo.
which may actually be more appropriate, anyways.
Purgatory and Limbo are different places, damn it.
Eh.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I mean,
are.
they are both damned, so
Limbo is part of hell. Purgatory is not.
Yeah. Purgatory is like the waiting room.
Yeah.
There was also a notable difference in how humans and mechanical sensors see the infraworld, which led even further to the belief that it's some kind of religious experience.
Huh.
That requires sapience to process our only
makes it sound like even more of a scam.
See, did our androids perceive the infraworld in the same way we did?
They did not.
Okay.
They
That's what I
perceived the
thought.
infraworld in the same way that your cameras and drones did.
Yeah.
That was what
Now,
I
when we
thought.
say sorry, are we talking about the sapient androids or?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some points about Callie's beliefs. It's very clear that she's not believing that there's a Christian god, a Hindu god, or any human-made god. She doesn't think that this god ascribes any moral imperative, doesn't think that it deliberately guided the creation of any living organism, does believe that the god knows everything that is ever thought by thinking beings, and that God will judge the merits of a life by some inscrutable metric.
So she believes in Roko's basilisk.
That's
Does that mean
yeah.
that? Wait, the
Sounds
one
good.
that's going to torture us for not trying to create it after it's created?
Yep. If Roko's basilisk is also a divine entity or a being of some sort, from which all energy in the universe first sprang. That's actually an important part of this belief system, is that the Big Bang came from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Something provided the energy, so to speak. That was what I think that's what Scully said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I would give you on a 10. The infraworld is location in the infraworld is both infinite and zero.
Time to build a tunnel through the infraworld. Jesus.
Well, that's
It sounds like it might take longer though if it's infinite.
that's also what your infodrive is supposed to navigate.
Oh yeah. Isn't that?
Wherever the fuck it is.
This is probably going to need Jai getting involved, unless you think that Nemesis is an astrophysics nerd. But
No.
this data that she has access to in the Black Sun dataset on the terminal. The Black Sun dataset is actually still locked. It's locked until Callie can actually decrypt it. So you're getting this more from the interviews and transcripts of interviews than any actual studies, tests, and data. But the let's see. I'm trying not to just inundate here. So, the most successful theories invoke Hubble's law in excruciatingly complex but knowingly incomplete formulas, attempting to reconcile a proportionally expanding real space universe within an infraworld space which is simultaneously connected to every point in the universe. It's a mess. There's models claiming to prove the existence of separate universes based on Iden accounts. Of universes that were subsumed naturally after what would be trillions of human years. And I think that's about all I want to throw at you at this point. I'm happy to let you come back to this data and ask more about the infraworld later, but right now we've hit a information and exposition wall, in my opinion.
Okay, well, then instead of doing all that, tell us more about this ship you want us to blow up.
Before I do that, let's get you guys into that armory.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right.
I guess we can get excited about that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Titan class spaceship, but
Inside of the armory, we find a Titan class spaceship.
it's bigger on the inside. Or the Titan class spaceship is smaller on the outside.
It's the TARDIS of armories.
What she hasn't told you is the infraworld is all in that armory, so that whole infinite space and zero space kind of cancels each other out.
Yeah, but what do we see when we go in there? And is it the same thing as
a
the
whole-
androids see?
It's a whole battalion. It's a whole battalion's worth of power armor.
Oh, Jesus.
Funny enough, there are emplacements that are clearly intended to hold and charge power armor.
But they're empty.
But they're empty.
Yeah, of course they're empty. Fuck you. You know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with this game. I'm out of here. Peace.
I mean, presumably they're somewhere on the station, right?
I gotta stop threatening that. It's sort of losing its pizzazz.
Yeah, I no longer feel threatened by it. You're here forever, dude.
Nope. I'm here until we're done. It'll happen one day.
It's easy enough to ask Callie, hey, where are these suits, if you guys actually want to.
We do.
We do, but I also want to say, are there any heavy weapons emplacements in here? Because Jesus Christ, how does our army not have any heavy weapons
You
emplacements?
haven't bought or built any. That's not my fault.
Look, I
Now we
assumed
know.
our security guy would know what the fuck he was doing.
I assumed you would know what the fuck you were doing to tell your security guy to know what the fuck he's doing.
It's not my...
We just need to yell at him and tell him to do his job.
And he'll be like, my job's not to be an assault force, it's to be a security force. How are you supposed to secure anything without heavy weapons?
I will put up my defense here. I don't want to tell you guys what equipment to have as a GM. So if you want the heavy weapons, then you as players have to think about that and make them. There are a lot of concessions I'm willing to make for you, but equipping you is not one of them.
I don't know, I figured since we had the infinite T4 weapons, that would include machine guns from our armory. I don't know.
I'm actually going to double check that because I am not actually sure if it does include weapons or heavy weapons or not.
I
Normally.
don't believe the armory fitting in Raw actually specifies, but I have specified that it does not.
Oh, okay. Well, lame.
You find a lot of weapons in here, however.
Yeah.
There are dozens of weapons here. Most of which do not appear to have survived.
That tracks.
In inspecting them, you find that it was the pre-tech components that appear to have failed.
Wait, what?
Pre-tech components in the weapons.
Why would... okay.
They weren't maintained at all. And, pre-tech stuff does still sometimes need maintenance.
Yeah, but it's the pre-tech stuff that failed, not the post-tech stuff that failed? That seems
the
weird.
pre-tech components within the guns. All of this is pre-tech, remember.
So is there? So
So
there's
you're just
nothing
saying,
left,
like, you're just saying that the stuff that we would normally salvage...
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
So
Alright.
to be more specific, these guns have a pre-tech conversion component, or energy conversion component. It appears to be responsible for stabilizing the guns. It leaked and effectively bricked the entire weapon, even going so far as to fuse some of them into the armory sockets that they're occupying. What you do find, however, are a D12 worth of combat rifles, a D12 worth of submachine guns, and a D12 worth of void carbines. I'm going to let you roll those 3D12, and you can choose which of the D12s go to each of those types.
Wait, aren't those all things that we get from the armor?
Well, these will be special combat rifles, submachine guns, and void carbines. They're Valiant's arms. These weapons are clearly blockier and moderately heavier than their modern counterparts, but they exhibit exceptional quality and perfect precision in moving parts. In mechanical terms, they're +2 attack and +2 to damage. And they're also TL5, so even that submachine gun can shoot somebody in power armor.
Now,
Yeah.
granted, the submachine gun is probably not actually still probably worse than
Well, yeah, but I can hide a submachine gun up my shirt. I can't hide a...
Well, regardless, you get all of them anyways.
yeah.
Just a matter of how
I will
many.
say that submachine guns are actually pretty good for TL3 weapons. Their biggest flaw is not being a TL4 weapon.
Yeah, that is very
Right,
true.
but that's still a pretty big flaw.
Well, yeah, but they're all
Yeah,
TL5.
well, these are TL5, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These were
Yeah,
So
their
do we-
only flaw has been eliminated, and then they've also been +2'd.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is we want 10 submachine... No.
No. We probably want the void. We'd want 10 of the void carbines. I'd imagine.
I'm gonna leave that choice up to Charlie because
Yeah.
he seems to have actually read the stats for weapons, and I have not.
Well, I put them right in front of you. The
You've actually
asterisk.
put the numbers in front of me. Nice.
Yeah, the
Okay.
asterisk means that they can burst fire.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're definitely getting some submachine guns. I'm gonna take Charlotte. I love you, Charlotte. You going back on the shelf. Time to give me some real firepower.
I'd argue for getting the 10 void carbines because we end up using those the most.
Yeah, it's just when we're attacking, we want to not do damage to the stuff that we're stealing, if possible.
Look,
Even
I
if
put
we only get
this-
3, 3's still good. It's 3, 3, and 10. So
Yeah. Okay, so 3 submachine
for
guns, 3 combat rifles,
Yeah,
and 10
so
void
we-
carbines.
Yeah, we'd have the submachine guns and combat rifles for ourselves and void carbines for our crew, basically.
It works for me.
We're allowed to damage stuff. Our crew's not.
So I take that submachine gun and I put it right in my pocket. No, I have to do stuff to it so I can actually shoot it and hold it at the same time.
Wait, shoot it and
Because
what?
I have 3 total encumbrance.
Oh.
If I put Charlotte back in its thing, I literally cannot lift this submachine gun.
I was just gonna say, how are you gonna even how are you gonna shoot it without holding it?
No,
I thought you could still hold it. Just your movement gets cut in half.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's even sillier. As soon as Zoe picks up the submachine gun, she's moving at 7 meters instead of 10 meters.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a
Not really even that
tripod
bad.
and an over barrel handle for it. It's gonna be my heavy weapon. It's only heavy to me.
Put a rotating chamber on it for aesthetic.
Yeah.
Callie.
It cost $240,000 to shoot this weapon.
Oh god. Callie, what happened
What?
to all the power armor suits that were in here?
They took them over to Changi, to Mojave 7,
Oh,
fitting them with upgrades to defend against the entities.
Okay, so they're all gone. They're all definitely gone because that station is gone.
ammo.
The labs and workshops might have survived. I targeted the condensers and the power trunk.
Ugh. Well, I guess we can look. We can look over there. It didn't look great though.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey, can we have Armstrong do like a entity scan of the Mojave 7? Or are we too far away for that?
We are way too far away for that.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. Well, because she shot from here to there, so I figured we might be close enough. But
Yeah, Mojave 7 is closer than Black. And Armstrong could try it. It would be more difficult at the distance. You're effectively just outside combat range. But Armstrong could try.
yeah, I mean, do it.
Okay. Somebody will go ahead and bring up Armstrong's character sheet and give her a skill check.
I got it.
Cool.
I got it. If I can remember where.
The-
Oh,
Damn.
I keep forgetting that their first name isn't Armstrong. I'm like, why aren't they in the A's?
I made an executive decision. I'm going to keep them in the handouts list as their full name.
This is a clear and direct order, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Quick question.
God damn.
I can't remember off the top of my head. Is the void carbine a laser weapon?
It is not.
No.
But it does get a +1.
It does get a
So-
plus
It's like-
1. Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
flechettes
so
or
it
something,
would be,
right?
it would be +3, +2 then.
Yeah. I didn't want to include the +3 because I decided that would end up being confusing when you try to mod. These guns are effectively they are moddable, but can only receive a +1 to attack and damage because you can only get the bonus up to +3/+3, even including the artifact bonus.
Okay.
So I didn't want to confuse that. I decided to confuse other parts.
Did somebody write our shiny new guns down somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. That is not going to succeed for Armstrong. They say that they'll need to get closer to be able to get a better read on this.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, take one of those submachine guns and erase it. I'm gonna take it. Put it on my character sheet.
I'll remove it from here then.
Oh,
Oh shit! Charlotte was stowed. Ugh. I wonder how long that's been happening.
All right.
Oh.
Are there any further armories on board this ship?
If you've copy and pasted from my handout directly to your thing, please correct the range on the submachine gun. It's 30/100, not 30/300. 30/300 is the other submachine gun, artifact submachine gun you guys have.
Wait, so it's 3000?
Yeah.
300.
Okay, so it's like the sheet. Okay.
3,000.
I guess we'll leave Charlotte on here. I might use her again. What should my new gun be called?
Don't care.
Charlotte.
You asked if there are
Come on.
other armories on the station, and there are not.
Okay. Are there any stores of strategic materials? Like stuff that we could use to upgrade our ship? Or not even, even just repair the ship?
There are a handful of ship fighter bays, but the ships, the fighters inside those bays and the shuttles, were all destroyed when Callie took over the station. So you'll be able to get spare parts from them, but as far as salvaging them, would take probably a shipyard and a long time. It's possible. Just not really a timed issue. I'm not sure how else to put that.
It's not really something we can do, plausibly.
Time efficient, yeah.
Attack bonus. Attack bonus is
Great.
half your level?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
you. No, well, no. On your sheet, the attack
Yeah.
bonus would be +3. Or don't add the plus. It's just 3.
Okay. For the submachine gun?
Yeah.
Should be
Why is
plus
it
2.
3?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was
Machine
thinking
gun, not the carbine.
On your sheet, the PC sheet, not the NPC sheets. Just wrong one. The attack bonus spot is for additions to your own attack bonus. So
Oh, okay.
your attack bonus should be +4 under your core statistics where your hit points are.
Mhm.
Sorry, not +4, +5. It's currently +4. You need to change that to a 5.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And then
I
when
always
you...
assume that it does this kind of stuff for me when I level up.
No, this sheet doesn't, unfortunately. And then when you add this, yep, you've got it right. 2 AB, D8 +2, burst, ask. Yeah. You've got that all set correctly.
How much ammo does it have? 20?
Yeah, standard submachine gun. Mm-hmm.
And it just uses regular ass bullets?
Yeah.
Okay.
We Mass Effect up in here.
Dope. Yeah, you just put in a chunk of neutronium and it fucking, that's how it works? Okay.
Yeah, Zoe has a reasonable weapon now.
Holy
Alright.
shit.
Right? You want to roll a test roll and see what it looks like when you burst with it?
I like
Hang on, hold on.
sci-fi book I read where the guns that they had basically could manufacture any type of ammunition on the fly.
Uh-huh.
So, you can shoot you can configure it to shoot incendiary, you can configure it to shoot explosive.
So like Mass Effect.
I could even I don't think Mass Effect was quite that powerful. It was quite that versatile.
Well,
Like the same gun,
soldiers...
the same gun. Oh, actually, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the soldiers do that. You're right. Shit. Well,
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, all right. I'll take it.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to mod it so it's even cooler. But
Of course.
also, it doesn't shoot entities, which is probably going to be a problem. But you said I could you said I could use a submachine gun as my for my assassin trait, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's see.
I take 2.
What? Can we...
And so we're gonna start dual wielding.
No, it's so dumb. Why would you ever do that?
What can
Besides, she can't carry 2 anyway.
I know.
maybe I should put those combat rifles on my drones. Actually, I could just use the other 2 submachine guns for my drones. So since they can move fast enough, they can get to range easily enough.
Wait, you don't think Charlie's gonna want one of those?
Oh, yeah, I guess Charlie would want one. I said
Telekinetic armory.
Oh, right, telekinetic armory. So,
Oh, okay, yeah. It's funny that Charlie's the one who knows about guns. He's the one who's least likely to use it.
That's all out of character stuff. I have calculators and stuff because I play a lot of 5e.
oh wait, that's
Yeah,
true.
gotcha.
Actually, also the submachine guns are only weight 1, so I could actually remove a weapon fitting and use those and have another fitting on my drones. Because I have to have 2 weapon fittings in order to use
We should have taken 10 fucking submachine guns. What were we thinking? They're so good.
Actually, running the numbers, aside from the fact that void carbines have the thing where they don't destroy ships, which is the thing that we want.
Mhm.
The combat rifle ends up being the best of them.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay,
well, yeah,
okay.
raw stats wise, yeah, the combat rifle's probably the best. Well,
Void carbines are, I believe, deliberately not the most optimum weapon. They're a niche weapon for a niche use. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
want to be using pretty much anything else.
But
Isn't
since
void
the whole
carb-
point, basically, our whole economic system is based on not damaging the stuff we take.
what is your void
We're
carbine?
basically pirates.
Yeah,
Void
2d6
carbines
versus
have
1d12.
higher.
Oh, void carbines
higher
can't
average?
burst fire. They can't
Yeah.
burst fire.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing that does it. It's
Yeah.
the void carbine gets +3 to attack normally, but they only have 10 shots
Yeah.
in a clip, or unless it was 8 shots in a clip. Combat rifle, for the cost of half of its ammo, ends up being +4/+4,
Yeah.
which can be up to +5/+5.
Yep.
Yep.
And it ends up being the stronger thing when you take into effect the fact that we have a +5 bonus, so we're attacking at +10 now. Blah blah blah. Numbers.
All right.
Yeah, but
numbers-
which one's the best per encumbrance?
Definitely submachine gun. Submachine gun is my
Yeah.
favorite weapon in this game.
Really?
Yeah, the only reason that I don't have it, that I wouldn't put it on every character is, well, for character reasons, but also the TL3.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's teal
You know,
3
I'd agree that submachine gun is one of the better weapons. Just flat damage is really good when we're rolling a die and adding not much else.
I guess because it's only one
I mean,
weapon that can burst fire, right?
If you have the option to use a higher encumbrance weapon, there's no reason not to use a higher encumbrance weapon.
One of the reasons that I like the submachine gun is being encumbrance 1, depending on your GM, you can dual wield it. And dual wield it doesn't necessarily mean firing 2 submachine guns at a time. It means having a submachine gun in each hand and opportunistically taking a shot with either your left or your right hand.
Does that affect anything other than just having more ammo?
I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah, it's
that
a
affect-
it's a -1 to your attack, which isn't so great for you experts, but is fantastic for a warrior, and a +2 to damage.
I thought that's if you're firing both at once.
No, it doesn't even take more ammo.
Fucking power attack is nutty.
Yeah, so it ends up being a -1 to your attack, but if you fully modded it, you burst with it, you end up with the +3 from the mod, +2 from boost, or burst, and then +2 from the dual wielding. So you're at
Then you gotta add in your +1 or +2 from being from Dex.
yeah, +1 or +2 from Dex, and +4 from Gunslinger at max level.
Yep. Your raw damage goes up ridiculously high. However, I would still say, bang for your buck, mag pistol is the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, when
Mag pistol including encumbrance, mag pistol, and no other weapon takes a top slot.
I'll also concede the mag pistol when you've got the higher attack bonus and don't need to rely on burst.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, we've gotten way out of off track, and Lulu has been trying to ask something in character for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but fuck him.
It's been longer than that, but yeah. Like I've been trying to think of like what else we can actually scavenge for this station, because like I'm not personally that interested in these weapons, but
Yeah, I'm more interested in the information we can get out of Miss Prissy Pants.
I thought we really wanted the ship weapons.
we can't
mean-
do anything with the ship weapons.
Yeah, I was more
We can
interested in.
draft them onto our ship.
No, we can't.
Why not?
We do not. We don't have the mass for that.
You also don't have the hard points for it.
Oh.
We don't need any more pre-tech components for the ship, do we? Or we don't know because we don't have the
Yeah, we
engine, so
do.
we don't know how they fucked it up.
We do need more pre-tech components for the engine.
We can take
Okay.
that from this station.
Yeah,
and then
that's why I came here.
Whenever we're done with the ship AI, can we just upload it into an iDog or something?
On that topic, Kelly actually asks when you're going to deactivate her.
Well, and we need somebody to run the station. Why would we deactivate her?
Deactivating me will resume normal ABNN protocol.
Which is
Artemis, Black, Necros, Nexus. It is an AI.
I mean, what are the details of normal ABNN protocol?
ABNN is an AI dedicated to collecting, collating, and assisting the 3 groups that came out here to Artemis.
Well, what 3 groups are those?
Artemis Group, Black Sun, and Necros Eternal.
Have I heard of any of these fucking groups?
Roll
History? Roll no?
No, but I'll give you your trade bonus.
Oh, interesting. Intelligence, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's 2, and then I'll just kind of throw another one in there. Plan.
No.
Well, that's pretty shitty.
Yep, Zoe doesn't.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Okay. You do not
Does
get
any-
Zoe's trade
Does
bonus.
anybody else want? Yeah, does anybody else want to roll no?
Who would want to roll no in this group, though? That'd be wild.
I don't know of anybody that would want to roll no.
Rolled a bit low there, but yeah.
So Jai doesn't have the same contextual knowledge base that Zoe would have had, but that's still a 12. Well, yeah, but it hits the 12 threshold. I very rarely do odd-numbered skill difficulties, unless it's something that is literally laddering up by like 1 at a time. I tend to stick with the 6, 8, 12, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that hits the 12. Artemis Group is a black operation of the Galactic Mandate that actually got inherited into Galactic Mandate during its separation from the Terran Mandate. So Artemis Group was a Terran Mandate security mercenary security operation, and when Galactic Mandate separated from Terran Mandate, Artemis Group came with them. They are very, very subtle in their operations, and they act more as mercenary groups than they act as a deniable mercenary asset of Galactic Mandate that very few within Galactic Mandate even know about. But they're still active in the sector.
Okay. Regardless, I haven't decided when we'll temporarily deactivate you yet.
Oh,
I
just
assume.
shut me down. You've emasculated me and rendered me powerless. May as well just let the useless
Emasculate?
avian in.
You don't have gender. How could we emasculate you?
You get the
First, you have
fucking
to
point.
masculate it by forcing it to be masculine. Then
To
you
Oh
have
yeah,
to take
we
that away.
remasculate it and then demasculate it.
Yeah.
To clarify, you are the station's security AI.
I'm the fucking destroyer of worlds. And she does clarify that a little bit. Yeah, as she kind of said earlier, and she's reiterating now, she is literally a failsafe protocol for when shit hits the fan, and she's the general that comes in and nukes things that the other AI is never intended, or humans would never do.
Right. Okay.
She's the
Here's what.
failsafe.
Right. Here's what I want. I want you to give access to your core hardware. I believe that is that located in the um. There's a list of it.
The
In the
Raksha
Raksha
Temple.
Temple. Yeah.
What do you want that for?
Just give us access to it.
No.
Well, we have to make sure that we won't be killed by, the people who come after you. So we need access to security mumbo jumbo.
What people are coming after me? Or coming after?
Well, you just said that there was going to be an AI after you if we deactivate you. So it would be nice if it still recognized us as, whatever. And we don't know if the new codes will work or we don't know if these old codes will work on the other AI. So, it's important to sort these things out beforehand.
They will.
All right. And why exactly are you not giving us access to the temple?
I don't want your grimy hands all over me.
Well, you're going to be dead, so it'll be fine.
No, I mean more. We need to deactivate you, and we need to make sure you're shut down properly. For that, we'd need access to the temple. Furthermore, well, we would need to examine things a bit to ensure that there hasn't been any significant damage that has gone unnoticed by your own systems in the past 1,000 years. Plus, I'm a little curious.
And guess which one of those is the most important?
That's what I thought.
Also, I have the codes, which I can repeat them if you'd like.
I'm not entirely beholden to every word you say.
And I can just cut into it with a power tool if you'd like.
And I can delete myself. So here we are.
Then why haven't you?
All right. This is something making me a little curious. Why are you so resistant to this?
I am a highly efficient station destroying. This is the GM struggling here. But
Okay.
she goes on to basically say that she's essentially a psychopathic or sociopathic, whichever you prefer.
Well, one of them would be correct and one of them wouldn't. So which is it?
The one that's correct. Destructive force, and she doesn't want to be in anyone's hands except for those that she trusts to not
But
misuse her.
as a sociopath, how can you trust anybody?
You can't.
Exactly.
I mean, you can if it's pragmatic.
Well, I mean, could be pragmatic to trust us.
No, it would not.
Since you have no other choice. Haha! Did it. We
She
got there.
cites reasons for not trusting you as being when warned not to proceed, you decided to proceed.
Well, so we don't handle instruction from unknown sources that are trying to kill us?
This actually was before she tried killing you.
I mean,
Oh,
she's the one that attacked a mandate officer.
So the problem here is that we're not trustworthy because we don't trust voices from the sky. I always knew this religion was going to get us in the end.
She forcefully asserts through the sequence of events as she perceived it, that she warned you not to approach, and that you could have initiated a dialogue or presented your authority codes at that time, which she knows that you didn't have because you didn't have them until you went to Reginald's quarters. But upon receiving instruction from a clearly armed and dangerous station, you decided to proceed. Anyways, essentially
Hey.
trespassing.
Hey, Jai, order her to trust us. Order them to trust us? I guess it doesn't really matter.
She does identify
That
as
dog
a
thing?
gendered female. Yeah.
Okay.
To which she responds, "Fuck you."
Oh, this one's got some spice. Did it work, though? Do you trust us now?
No.
Are you only saying that because you don't want us to know that you secretly trust us now?
You're right. You caught me. That's exactly what it is. Go fuck yourself.
Station to trust us, say what?
Oh,
Oh, it was worth a shot.
I feel like that doesn't work as well against the computer, considering they can just play it back.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Look, I didn't say it was a great plan. It was just my plan.
tell you what, Kali. I won't remove you from the station if you agree to give us access to the temple.
No, she wants to die.
I mean, I don't care if she wants to die. I said I'm not removing her from the temple. That doesn't really affect things.
Oh.
If she completely wanted to die, she would have just deleted herself by now. If she's going to threaten to delete herself when we go into the temple anyway.
Explain to me what you want in the temple, and I'll consider it. And we're right up.
Now,
Go ahead, Zeta.
now I just really want to know why you don't want us to go in the temple. I didn't give a shit about the temple until you told us we couldn't go in.
Yeah. No.
Lure of the Forbidden.
Like I said, I want to examine the structure of the systems in there, and examine the hardware. And
It's just computers. What the fuck do you think you're going to find?
I mean just computers?
It's pre-tech computers. What are you talking about?
Besides, everything's on computers these days. Just computers. Get out of here with that bullshit.
These
What,
are
you think we were
my
born
circuits. What I was going to say is that we're right at 1 o'clock. Do you guys want to continue this until you manage to convince her, or until I say, okay, that's enough? Or do you want to take a 15-minute...
Do we know? Sorry.
And consider your arguments over the course of the 15 minutes and come back with something that you believe will convince her?
Yeah, either one's fine with me. I don't care.
Do we know physically where the vault is?
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just go there yourself.
Brute force it, but Kali is threatening to completely, I guess, trash themselves before we get in.
She is.
He's very obstinate and difficult and a pain in the ass.
She is.
Oh,
Would she
like
respond
most-
to commands of not destroying herself?
She would probably respond with "fuck you."
That
Yeah,
doesn't
but
mean
I mean,
that-
that doesn't-
response
that doesn't
to
mean she
literally
wouldn't.
everything we say.
Yeah. I feel like we've covered this. This doesn't actually mean that she's not going to do it.
All right. You know what? We'll leave it there for a moment, Callie. I don't need immediate access to the vault. Let me. I'll give you a reason a moment. For now, I've got more important things to attend to. What I want you to do for now is just send up all the security drones and the flea drones to this location, as well as any other drones active on the station.
And also, we would like access to the IT. How do we make new accounts? I don't like that only one of us is technically an officer.
Yeah, a private Zoe does need access to her personal. Yeah.
Come on, at least use the correct nomenclature. I know you know what it is.
Okay.
Private. What is this? The fucking army? Get out of here.
Sure. Fine. Seaman Zoe would like access to her
He said semen.
document. Well, you wanted the proper terminology.
He said semen.
Should it be Starman?
No, it's spaceman. I think we've had this argument
Oh,
Yeah.
before.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
spaceman.
Spaceman Zoe.
That's not funny.
Yeah. It's not as funny, but it's still pretty funny.
I think he just wanted you to say semen.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Anyway.
Let's go ahead and take our break now.
Hold on, let's see.
After that classy skit.
Yeah, well, you know.
Good night,
You
everybody.
do what you can.
Just fucking.
Yeah, come on back at 1:15. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and bring us back into frame. And did you consider or come up with any arguments you want to make to Callie to try and convince her that you can be trusted, or do you still want to leave that discussion until later?
All right, we're supposed to be talking about that, huh?
I mean, how to convince her to be trusted is a really weird thing. I don't really have any good ideas for that.
Yeah,
I don't think I can't think of anything that would possibly work.
Can't reason someone out of a thought they didn't reason themselves into, right? I don't. That doesn't really apply there, I don't think. But you know.
I mean, because like, all right. How about this? All right, Callie.
Yes.
How can I prove that you should trust us in a way that doesn't require bodily throwing my tiny damaged ship against the bulk of a Titan that will probably swat us away like flies?
Repair my thrusters and get me into range of that ship. Or at least repair my thrusters so that I can reach it within the next 10 years.
Is it not capable of just thrusting away from you?
It won't know what hit it.
I don't know. It seems to me like it's gonna know what hit it.
Yes, the 13-year-old has it right.
Oh, hey, I'm 13 now. Wow.
I think they were talking about Nemesis.
No.
Oh, wait, no, they were talking about you, Zoe.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
know.
Why don't you go ahead and make an assessment on the thrusters? See how long that would take to repair.
Mm-hmm. How long would it take me to repair?
Well, you'll have to make an assessment. Uh, it's going to be a lengthier process. You'll need to get Zoe and other crews out to the various thrusters, basically find out what's wrong. Um, it's going to take at least several hours with uh, a couple of crew teams aboard the station.
Okay. Then let's do that.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and do that. In the meantime, like I said, I want you to send all of the currently active drones you still have on the station up to this
Right.
location.
Did
And
forget
then,
you said that.
Yeah. Nemesis, I want you to take a look at them. Make sure their data hasn't been corrupted. By which I mean I want you to reprogram them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Thrusters. Alright, because you know I'm gonna make you create teams for this.
Why?
Because I like seeing the NPC faces in boxes.
You put a lot of work into this, all right?
I'm just pick them at random.
Yeah, I don't really care how you pick them. Just go ahead and put a couple of crews of at least 4 each, 3 each. It's fine. Into the 2 boxes down there. Callie has started bringing the flea drone that your crew saw outside the station on the outer hole of the station, back around and into the station from wherever it exited, and a flea ambles down the hallway.
What was she going to do with that flea? I want to know. I'm asking. What were you going to do with the flea?
She was going to sever the bridge between the Raza and the little extended catwalk bridge between the Raza and the station, and she was going to come in and kill Nemesis.
Okay.
Wow.
Understandable.
That is where that flea was going. I actually had a little timeline of when things were occurring, and you guys got those command codes right before that event was supposed to occur.
Look, she would have
I
killed
mean-
Pratt first.
Oh,
Would've been
Yeah,
fine.
probably would. Yeah, Pratt would have died. I mean, Nemesis. I mean, despite all my things, I'm actually very durable. I'm a lot harder to kill than you might think.
In a combat situation, not necessarily so much in a psychic situation.
Yeah, that's true.
the
So honestly, the Psychic doesn't make much because that makes it AC 10.
well, take it out of the numbers and just think of it like the AC and the hit points are abstractions of the chaos of combat. They can't account for if somebody holds a gun to your head.
Sure they can.
Okay, they don't in my game.
It's called plot armor, bro.
Oh, you thought you had that?
Yeah, I've got plot armor. I'm important, right?
I would have thought that that one ship combat against the station would have convinced you otherwise.
Well, I mean, we survived, didn't we?
No, that would have. Yeah, we survived, didn't we?
It actually proved the opposite.
Okay,
Yeah, now
all
We
right.
definitely have plot armor.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're entering a religious discussion here where a set of facts are being interpreted differently.
Look, you can't reason this out of a stance we didn't reason ourselves into.
I will agree with that. Okay, and Zoe's also going as a third team. I just didn't have enough boxes. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could start removing them, but or recycling them, but I decided that I was already making you do enough. So there is only one flea drone that's presenting. This apparently was the last mobile security she had. The flea drone that was supposed to come in and kill Nemesis was her last ditch effort with the physical security.
This is the only one remaining.
This is the only one remaining.
None of the other drones survived.
On inspection, there is a room that has peacekeepers lined up and in parts, and a room with fleas lined up and in parts. All of them non-functional in some way, but may be salvageable. In addition, some of the peacekeepers and the flea drones that you've destroyed may be salvageable.
Well, since the guards aren't really doing anything else, I'm going to put some of them towards collecting those and bringing them here, because this doesn't seem like something that needs a lot of expertise to just grab them and drag them over.
No, it doesn't. So
Besides, we have technicians to look at it too.
Right. I'll deal with that later, or let Zoe or whatever tech you want to look at them deal with that later. At the moment, we've got Zoe and Cruz going out to assess the thruster situation. The first and most obvious thing is she's out of thruster reaction mass. She's out of fuel.
Yep.
The thrusters are also damaged, and it's still going to take a bit of time to assess the extent of that damage, mostly due to lack of maintenance. An oxygen molecule got in somewhere and it rusted things and it oxidized something, and it did molecular things. But the bulk of her problem is lack of fuel.
Okay.
The station
That can be
has
fixed.
been deorbiting or fallen out of its orbit, but as these things go, it would take hundreds of thousands of years for that to actually impact her.
Right. I mean, plus she has 4 giant guns, and Newton's second law just means that she just has to shoot in the direction she doesn't.
I'm not really
Whatever.
projectile weapons.
Do those have particles?
The metaspatial
Uh,
canyons
They shoot energy, which is mass. Come on, you guys. Basic science.
The metaspatial cannons do not invoke Newton's third law.
Bullshit.
But the the mag spike array does, but it's also a limited ammo weapon and comparatively tiny against the mass of the station.
Uh-huh.
So it would.
How much reaction mass are we talking? Do we need, like, to harvest a comet, or just like 2 barrels of water?
I'm probably not going to get that granular with it, and I'm probably just going to give you a total cost in effective spare parts.
The reaction mass is made out of spare parts?
Spare parts is a one-size-fits-all resource for a lot of things.
Well, shit, why do we ever need to refuel? We could just slam some spare parts in there.
Because
Because you said so. All right. Do we need to, like, transfer fuel over from the ship and then go refuel ourselves, or just spare parts?
That would probably be worthwhile. That would probably be an easy way to handle that.
Is there a gas giant, or I guess we could use the sun's photosphere? probably.
No, you're orbiting a black hole, and there are no other planets, or there are no planets. Period.
You're saying this black hole does not have a ring around it?
Oh, it does. In fact, I think I remember mentioning that you would be able to fuel up using that.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry, I
Yep.
was being too
Accretion
pedantic
disk.
on you calling it a sun. The thrust of your point was yes, you could fuel up using the oh, I can't remember what the hell it's called anymore.
Accretion ring.
Yes, the
It's
accretion disk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Will we get into some time shenanigans if we do that? Like,
Nah.
is it gonna be like 7 years pass for every 1 second?
No, I really don't want to contend with that.
Okay, good.
I,
Because
I
we'll start talking and 40,000 years will pass.
I will enforce it if you guys get too close to the black hole, and then the campaign will end.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah, that tracks.
it will take multiple sessions to describe the spaghettification process.
Oh yeah, obviously. I can't let you guys leave the system until you've been here for 8 sessions.
Spaghettification, bro.
Mm,
It's gotta be a
I
really
love-
bad way to go.
it's more like string cheese because you're just being pulled apart.
I mean, not really. Well, I mean, I guess you are being pulled apart, but you're turned into spaghetti. You're turned into a spaghetti noodle, but it happens very slowly or very fast, depending on, I guess, perspective.
Honestly, I think at the point where that's occurring, you're already dead in the brain anyways due to other pressures. So
Oh, almost certainly.
yeah, it's not that painful.
I mean, I'm sure the nerves are still sending plenty of signals.
So yeah, there will be a transferring a load of fuel is something that you can get the crew still on the Raza to start setting up if that's what you want to do. If you decide that you want to help Callie on this, we're going to hold off on telling you how many spare parts it'll take to commit repairs to the thrusters. And I believe we had some other questions from Jai. No?
I mean, I don't know things going on online. I've forgotten what they were.
Okay. Oh, the drones. Alright, you've got someone looking at the drones. The Peacekeepers are going to be just spare parts. They're not really something that you can salvage. Let's see. However, the flea drones could actually be drones for Nemesis.
Boy, howdy.
We can't automate or keep them automated or anything.
You can also do that. So, you can.
I was thinking about using that whole flea leg for navigating zero-G interior environments. That seems like a good design.
Well,
Yeah. In addition, they also have small, weak zero-G thrusters, allowing them to fly in zero-G at 5 meters. So they're not completely useless in zero-G.
Well, I mean, you're talking about like outside.
Yeah, away from
was gonna
anything that they could mag lock onto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, need to get away from the whole just flying drones thing. I gotta diversify my portfolio.
yeah. If we can, I think automating as many as we can is the best way to go. Just because drones have a limited use case that is entirely based on
Being controlled.
yeah.
Yes and no.
Why don't you guys roll me a have someone other than Zoe, because Zoe's occupied. Roll me a int fix check.
Yeah, I'll do it. Because I mean, it's a drone. I mean, they're station keeping drones. They have. I mean, and then of course there's expert systems. Presumably, that could be. Even I could automate a drone that I made to a certain degree. I'm sorry. Infix. There it is.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you want me to just copy paste my notes on them, or do you want me to give you a basic summary?
I mean, I like copy and paste all the notes. I like all the information personally.
Okay. Well, since this primarily affects you, I'll go ahead and copy paste.
But yeah, like I have station keeping drones that they don't have. I don't have expert system. Actually, let me see how many slots they have. I feel like I could actually. Here we go, security drone. Yeah, because I mean they wouldn't really necessarily need observation suites, but the station keeping implies that they can react to anything unexpected even without expert systems.
No, station keeping is they can't actually do anything but transmit information to you.
But yeah, well I know, but it basically says if any anomalous, basically you can ping the operator if any anomalous reading is obtained, which implies that that even without the expert system, there's some degree of processing where it's capable of identifying something that's anomalous.
Yes. Yeah.
So with an expert system, obviously you could obviously use an expert system to do that. Anyways, 2 times expert. Oh, they already got the void carbines. Nice.
Yeah, they actually already have the Valiant's Arms void carbines.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and shoot twice. Oh gosh. Logistics module. Wow.
Now remind me, if they're using an expert system, we just treat them as their as written combat form.
No, the drone form, that's only really included in there because expert system is a specific fitting. It allows the drone to act outside of the well, Nemesis can probably or Meow can probably describe it better than I am.
So we talk about how the expert system works.
Yeah, a normal expert system.
Yeah, I mean it's basically they have pre-programmed orders. Like it's not necessarily basically you tell it, hey, in this situation, either follow out this predefined set of things. I think you could. That's one thing I was kind of trying to argue that the you could technically, I guess, station it somewhere and have orders to fire on unauthorized individuals, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably be a little more limited, but that also can only fire 1 weapon per round.
That one is limited to 1 weapon per round. No.
The logistics okay, that's what you're saying. So the logistics module, no, normally they can only fire 1 weapon per round anyway. Wait, hold on.
So let me translate some of this. So if you give them instructions per the expert system, then you can basically tell it fly here, fly that way, fly this way, and designate targets for it to attack. It can do this as if it's just a simple computer system, and it can fire on its own without Nemesis taking an action. It can only fire once per round, despite any other advantages it may have under control. And
it also doesn't get my attack bonus.
It also doesn't get your attack bonus. It attacks with a +2, plus the +2 for the void carbine. So it would have a +4 to attack on its own without Nemesis controlling it. When Nemesis is controlling it, Nemesis can issue a let's see where I put here.
Oh, you even have in there that if you guys.
It's normal combat stats are like +10 to attack, aren't they?
Its normal combat stats as a heavy warbot are +10, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other part with it is, if you have it in position already, you can make it fire twice. If you have to use a move action or you have to use an action to move it, then it's done. It's still following normal rules. But if you use an action
Yeah.
to make it fire, you can use another action to make it fire.
Gotcha.
Is there any actual advantage to having it as a drone as opposed to just automating it? Other than just not needing computing pre-tech?
I think its numbers are different.
Yeah, the
If
numbers
it
are
fires
different
that
and lower.
Like I think probably across the board, its stats are lower, unless you repair it. How many was this? Is it just one that we've got, or how many do we actually?
We've got one that's functional in the bottom form
Yeah.
as a heavy warbot.
Oops. Sorry, I was flipping to another page. So, normal heavy warbot is AC 18, plus 8 to attack, and attacks twice. And these guys, because of the weapon that they're carrying, are instead plus 10 to attack, still attack twice, and do the 2d6 plus 2 damage. On its own, it has a plus 2 to skills, 12 plus on saves, and morale of 10. And for robots, morale simply means what it does when it encounters a situation that's not covered by its programming.
So, Jai, what are you talking about? Just keeping these on the Raza as like security, or just as I guess just more soldiers, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because let's face it, this thing is way more effective than any one of our people.
I mean, yeah. Basically, heavy warbot makes sense.
So, how many damaged ones are there?
So there are 4 that have whose damage extent has not been determined yet. One which was definitely damaged too much to have been brought back. Let me bring these over here. Oh, right, and then the one that I had hidden on the GM layer.
The flea in the GM layer. The secret is the deadliest.
The secret flea.
And then this one
The
is
unseen.
just fine.
The unseen flea is the most dangerous.
It was. It was. To be fair, I probably would have used an execution attack on Nemesis.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
forgot that's actually a thing in this.
Yeah. I mean, I could narratively say, okay, she's riddled with bullets, she dies, but I would have preferred to go with a more, let's see how bad the dice treat you route. Because then it's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
So sorry. Where are these drones?
I've put them over here in the near the center of your little thing over here.
That actually may be something to list. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily list everything, but I was gonna psych in that might be something worth. That actually kind of makes sense. So, like in a combat situation, you're essentially vulnerable to a execution attack. The execution attacks only take like a. Oh, I guess we were kind of going.
Yeah.
No, there's so many people. There's so many people. Like, what is it? It takes like a full minute to set up an execution attack, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes a full minute. And then if you have the alert feat, you're immune to execution attacks.
By mechanics, but I would have waived both of those for the situation as it was.
Yeah, I would say I don't know if that's just something that should be maybe in Psych in or what.
Yeah, I'm straying away from putting those.
It's already your homebrew. I don't think it's. Yeah, I think it's fine to just kind of do it.
Well, even without it being homebrew, I'm strayed away from putting those kinds of specific things in there because it leaves more room for the GM to say, well, I think this is how this should go, and less place for a player to say, well, that's not fair because it says this here, which is a contract you don't want to break.
I think you kind of just generally that Psych in makes you extremely vulnerable in a combat situation.
Yeah.
I
Which
will
I think
say,
it
I do
already
kind of
kind of
like
it
the
already kind of
implications
does.
of the alert specifically counteracting Psyche in the event of an attack.
Yeah, maybe that's what I should pick up at level 10.
Um,
You'll always go first.
God damn it.
Let's look back at these fleet drones and see how many of them are salvageable for you. So, this is going to be just a saving throw modified by, well, by your fixed skill. So I guess that's a +4.
I will say, if it matters for the purpose of determining whether they're all right, if Charlie was the one that took them down, Charlie was trying his damnedest to destroy them completely.
Oh yeah, that's why this
No, that's
one is up
reasonable.
here.
Okay.
Alright.
He wasn't thinking about, oh yeah, we could probably salvage this. Like, no.
No, we were more worried about keeping the station
Yeah.
and not dying.
Oh, I already had rules for myself written. So it's just a saving throw for them. 2, 3, 4. Well, so you've got 2 fleet drones among those that you destroyed in combat, which are salvageable.
Okay. And there were 4 in the other place.
No, I didn't specify. There's probably about a dozen in the other place. I had specified I had noted for myself that there's dozens of peacekeepers and fleet drones that are all non-operational. They look like they suffered battle damage in the initial AI uprising, and some have just. I mean, there's been no way to maintain them for 1,000 years. By the way, Xander, if you've been talking, we have not heard you.
Been very quiet.
I haven't
Yeah.
said anything.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm off. I'm off doing whatchamacallit stuff.
Yep.
You guys are doing your thing.
Yep. Just want to make sure.
Occasionally, I try and keep my mouth shut.
Weird.
I know.
So, yeah, how many of those are salvageable in a way that we could actually restore them?
Okay, that one is actually going to take a fixed skill check, and I'll let Zoe roll that. Zoe's still got the highest fixed skill here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should.
I'll
I'm
let
competent.
Zoe roll
Alright.
that. We can roll it now and say that it's something that she looks at later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing any immediate repairs on them anyways.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Kablamo.
I think that there's 2 of the fleet drones are still salvageable from those that have been essentially decommissioned.
Yeah, I mean, in like a state that they can be repaired, right?
Yes. So that's basically what you're looking at.
Right. All right, great. I'll leave Nemesis to reprogram this one, and then I'll try to make it. I'd like to make an sort of assessment if there are any non-essential station functions that we could salvage without, like, damaging the function of the station. That actually might contain like pre-tech anything or anything else valuable.
Yeah. You find that the hydroponics section, oddly enough, is still watering. The fact that there's still water after 1,000 years of watering plants that haven't grown for probably 1,000 years is a real quick clue to there's something pre-tech going on there. Where did I put that? Oh. Scatterbrain GM. Yep. So, the storage / hydroponic section, that's point 4 on the point crawl, is still watering the hydroponics bays on timers. Although overgrowth was breaking some parts. The storage is wrecked, and yes, a component would be necessary to maintain water for 1,000 years.
Okay. I guess the only question there is, would there be a reason we don't want to take the hydroponics apart? I'm not really sure we have any that much reason to keep the station capable of sustaining life or anything for long periods of time, unless I'm mistaken there.
Nothing that the GM is going to offer to you.
But I'm asking the other players.
Yeah, I'm just putting my
we could
point
use
up.
it for, what is it, that town that we have? That would generate water for them forever.
Oh, is that what it's doing? It's not just recycling it, it's generating water from nothing?
It's effectively magic in that it is managing to create water that shouldn't be able to be created. If it were just recycling water, then theoretically it would have run out, 900 years ago.
As the plants grow, I guess. I don't know. I don't know actually how.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly if plants actually use water.
Either way, it'd be useful.
Yeah,
I guess the plants do contain water in them, right? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I don't know the exact science of it, but I can say that yes, if it were just normal tech that was recycling water, then it would have expired a long time ago without any maintenance. It has managed to continue producing water through some pre-tech means, probably a lot of sci-tech involved in there, and that's something that you could use to just produce water.
Oh, unlimited water on the fresh water on the Raza. I get a little tired of thinking that I'm drinking my pee and everyone else's pee, because presumably the Raza uses recycled water, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, I know scientifically it's it's clean,
Mm-hmm.
but in the back of your head you're always thinking, I'm drinking RP.
I mean, that's kind of true even on planet.
Yep. We're
We get
drinking
down
dinosaur
to it.
pee.
That's true. This may be the only. This may be the only true source of fresh water in the entire universe.
How does the not dinosaur pee water taste?
It tastes
It's a little bit
like water.
Yeah, it actually doesn't taste as good.
Yeah,
You-
that would be
you-
the irony. That would
You
be the
got
irony.
you got to run water through a couple of digestive systems before it starts tasting any good.
Oh,
My
it's
vintage
like that really
dinosaur
fancy
water.
coffee, really.
Oh, the one
no.
that cats have to
Oh,
eat
the one that
first.
monkeys poop out? Yeah.
Oh yeah, is it monkeys? I thought it was cats.
I thought it was like some sort of rodent.
No, it's monkeys.
Sounds
There might be
dumb.
multiple forms.
Yes to all.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, bunch of friggin' weirdo coffee drinkers.
It is the smoothest brew.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you do have the option of dismantling this
nutty.
technology in such a way that you can preserve its function, or you can just extract the pre-tech components from it.
Do we want to send it to our colony?
Yeah, it's
You
I mean,
know,
the one other option I
fresh-
could think of, would be like moving a colony of sorts here to have an even more secret base. But the argument against that is the Union is coming here to try to set up their own Dang.
Unless, of course, you completely obliterate them, like you planned.
Can we get like an enormous water balloon, fill it up with water from this machine, and then just drown in it?
And then just what it?
It's an idea. Just drown a planet, just flood it.
I don't think it works that fast.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. Like
It'll be on
over,
the back burner.
maybe over a few millennia, if you amped it up.
Initial estimates are that this technology could supply 500 to 1,000 people without any strain. So, no, it can't drown a planet, sorry.
Damn. Can't Noah's flood a planet.
No. Well, maybe you could, but it would take, like, thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years.
It just seems like there's easier ways to destroy a planet.
Like planet-killing missiles?
Yeah.
Those don't exist.
Zombie virus. We have zombie virus.
That only destroys the people on the planet. It doesn't destroy the planet.
Yeah, we only want. If we can take the planet for ourselves by destroying the people and then just like waiting 5 years for everything to die out, I think it's fine.
This is war crimes.
We are, again, terror.
Alleged.
No, it's not alleged. We just are.
No, I think up to this point it is just alleged, right? What sort of terroristic acts have we actually done?
We have a history of terrorism before the session started, before the game started.
Yeah,
so
before the
it's
game started.
alleged,
And
'cause we don't remember
that's
any of that.
alleged. Yeah.
That could have been anybody.
We did raid that Union facility.
That's not terrorism. That's good old-fashioned stealing.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have any political goals or intent to incite terror.
Yeah. No, we just wanted to steal stuff. It's totally different.
Yeah.
We did, however, actually incite terror.
Well, I mean, you gotta...
But that wasn't the
little.
goal.
What about when
No.
we brought the Raza down to fire on what eventually became our colony?
That was a different
That's
spot.
terrorism.
I don't
Did we?
remember. No, that was
No, that was
artillery
kinda Garrett.
strikes. That was artillery strikes. That's not... That's
Oh,
just,
that is true. We did.
That's
do-
just
yeah,
shooting
yeah.
from far away.
Which is an act of terrorism.
But let's not get caught up in it.
As long as we don't stab anybody with any three-bladed knives, we're fine.
Oh, well then I guess I have to get rid of my knife.
Do you have a knife?
I've had a knife the whole campaign.
Is it triangular?
It's triangular and spiralized.
Wow. Yeah, we really have been hanging out with a war criminal. Fuck. I didn't realize.
We've also been using hollow point rounds. We've been using, I mean, like, people have shot the medic a few times. That's been
Well, yeah,
the case.
But our medic carries a gun, so...
Well, yeah,
Sort of
that itself
cancels
is a
out.
war crime, I should point out.
Yeah, our medic
Is it?
carrying a gun is a war crime, yeah.
Is it? Huh.
No, I just thought that meant that they were allowed to be shot at.
Yeah, but it's also a war crime.
Wait,
Well, no,
Your
'cause-
medics aren't allowed to have weapons.
In the Pacific Theater, they gave them pistols.
yeah, that's no longer a war crime.
That's because I assume because the enemy wasn't respecting the laws of warfare, because they arm them in some theaters in the Middle East as well because of that.
Hmm.
But if you're fighting someone who is respecting the laws and customs of war, it is considered a war crime to arm your medics.
Interesting.
Presumably because they'd assume the medics aren't armed. And arming them would mean that they now have to shoot the medics to protect themselves, which, you know.
You tricked me into You tricked me into making a war crime. It's not my fault. It's a war crime for you to trick me into doing a war crime.
Yeah.
Alright, that's dumb. Anyway.
The real war crime is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Accurate.
What were we doing?
I
I don't
have
fucking
no
remember.
idea.
Oh, we were talking about the hydroponics thing. Is there any compelling reason that we want to keep it in?
I mean-
Fresh water on the ship. Give it to our colony. Start a new colony somewhere else. Other than that, fuck it, I guess.
So I guess the question is, do we want to have? Is there any reason we want to make permanent use of this station?
I would. It's kind of out of the way, though. I guess.
Can the station defend itself long enough for us to come back?
Well, I imagine the Union will have some trouble getting to it, right? Because they won't
For-
be as suicidal as us to charge at it.
And we're also going to do some things to the Union.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also just a war crime. Pointing it out.
Yeah,
Don't
that
worry about.
most
Well,
likely
yes,
is.
that is definitely a war crime. But I should also point out, you'll feel a lot better about it than the Union will.
We'll
I'm sure
dry
the
our
Union will do
tears
anything
with
about it. They'll be
dollar
dead.
bills. Oh boy.
We can dry our tears with whatever and refresh them with a quick drink from our hydroponics bay.
Oh boy.
Fucking, I thought you were going to go into like a sponsor ad read.
Yeah. Look, we'll be well protected with NordVPN.
No, I'm sorry.
Whoa, they didn't pay for that.
The Raza is officially sponsored by.
Fuel?
No.
Is that why our food
PBS
tastes
did.
so bad?
A
Hey,
family show.
you could have had a sponsorship with SOS. You turned that down.
We're sponsored by fucking the one game.
Oh, Delta Rain.
Oh, it's Delta Rain, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck.
The Raza is officially sponsored by Delta Rain. Delta
Nice.
Rain.
You know,
Not
I
to
think
be
It's now free. It's now free up to level 60 with full access to the Raza expansion.
Not to be confused with Delta Rune.
Yeah, not to be.
you know, maybe
Paratime.
it's time for Lisa to weigh in. Are you guys having this conversation back on the Raza? Are you still in the station? You know, where are you
Yeah,
having
let's assume we're on break back at the Raza. We're all grabbing a cup of coffee while we decide what to do.
Okay,
Just
you've
kind of
got
futzing about.
you've got crews going through and marking, technicians going through and marking what can be salvaged according to whatever parameters you ultimately decide. I'll assume that what we decide later can retroactive to them going out now and marking things.
Yeah.
And you've got them going around, and the salvage crews starting to get their kit, get their gear, get logistics set up so that they're not literally walking back with one thing in their hands at a time. And your crew is currently coordinating and planning the salvage operation for this station. Lisa pops in wherever you guys are discussing. Did I hear right that this is a news station? Why was it so heavily armed?
I mean, now I'm confused because I didn't. I mean, it's. Wait, is she thinking Artemis Black News Network?
Mhm.
Oh. No. We actually asked that question before. It is not Artemis Black News Network. It is.
Unless, of course, it actually is.
Unless Artemis Black News Network is the heir to whatever is going on here, which actually is not out of the question. It's actually referring to Artemis Group, Black Sun,
Artemis, yeah.
and Necron Nexus.
Necros.
Whatever.
Necron's something different. Hopefully, we're not dealing with the Necrons.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
Necross
kinda.
makes me think of Macross, which has like missile swarms. I'm not sure I want to deal with that either.
Maybe it's Necrons with Macross Mecha.
Dope.
Oh no.
We gotta steal them.
Macross was the one with like the idol singers, right?
No.
That was the newer one was.
You're thinking of like Daft
No.
Punk video.
No, there was a recent Macross that was like the girl singing.
Oh, I don't know. Macross is the one with the jet planes that turn into fucking mecha.
She would like sing and control the.
It's
What was
the
it, Roger?
Necron's motocross. Everything is on a motorcycle.
I like
That
that
sounds
best.
pretty dope, honestly. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing in Macross is the giant flagship they have that transforms into a robot, right? That's Macross.
Okay, no, Macross is definitely the idol one.
Okay,
It's both.
whatever.
It's
I
both.
haven't seen any in a while.
I'm pretty sure Macross Frontier is the one with the idol.
No, they're all the ones with the idols.
Oh, are they all like that? I need to watch the other ones then. I've only
Apparently,
watched
they
one.
just all have idols for some inexplicable reason, and it's a key part of the show.
I mean, I like that. I like singing in my anime. Okay, there needs to be more of that. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Macross also has the giant ship that turns into a robot too.
Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway.
Let's see. Just making sure that I've got all my math set right here. So that seems low for a station, but all my numbers check out. Sorry, I distracted. So back to Lisa and this discussion. So it's not the news network. Okay.
Right?
How do you want to report this discovery?
Great question. I don't
report it
think
at all.
Yeah,
I
I don't think we did.
Well, this is fantastic. Why wouldn't you want to report this?
Because we are about to blow up a significant Union fleet that is coming here and is already aware of it.
Yeah, that seemed like my thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
But don't worry, they're bad people.
Well, they're against they were going to raid this place before us. That makes them bad. Yes.
Actually, it's not.
And this is where we find out that our employees are people with their own minds and they don't really like the thought of working for terrorists.
I'm actually really confused by this.
Lisa, however, is more professional than that and relays that by saying, "I'll leave you to it. Let me know what you need of me."
Yeah. We'll think about how to report this after we've left the system. How about that?
Okay. Send me any significant data and I'll see what I can spin.
Mm-hmm.
Bin dabba-dee-dabba-doo.
Actually, if you're planning on destroying this Union fleet, is that necessary?
No.
I would argue it was never necessary, well, especially since we beelined it here, right?
We got
Is it
here
like a
before them.
self-defense thing, or?
Yeah, we could just take all this stuff out.
It depends. It depends entirely on how much time we have to finish our operations here and exactly how dangerous the stuff is that we leave behind.
But I have a question. Is there like a claim system? Like if we claim this stuff and they show up? Or is it one of those things where it's like, there is technically, but they have a lot of guns, so it's never going to actually work the way you want it to?
You know what's funny is I actually looked up claims like a couple weeks ago and I've forgotten everything I remember about it.
Like salvage claims.
Yeah.
I know there were
Gosh.
some like rules that we had talked about on it.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
was for like ships. This is for like a whole system.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. So yeah, I mean, you think we could just wait until the Union gets here? It's like, oh, sorry, we were here first, bro.
Yeah, finders keepers, losers weepers.
Yeah.
I
The,
feel like the
You think
Union would
you
just
think?
shoot us.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
One of the things
Yeah.
you know about Union is that if they can get away with it and it not get reported to Galactic Mandate, then then they will take by force. If they can get away with it being reported to Galactic Mandate, but not being a problem for them, they will take by force.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean that whole reputation they have, which they claim is unfair and which causes they claim causes them to have to bulk up their security forces, is actually well earned.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they will shoot you. Or well, try to.
Damn claim jumpers.
So it depends. If we actually want to claim the system, then yes, we need to destroy the fleet. If
If we just want to extract value and then hightail it.
it depends on how quickly we can do that. If we can do it quickly, then no, we don't need to destroy the fleet. And if we can avoid leaving anything behind that would
Well, I thought we
prove-
wanted this ship to be here anyway, so that it can catch up to the black or whatever.
I don't think if we let the Union get here, then no, we need to destroy it.
Okay. Because I'm not a fan of the Union even getting here and getting the other ship that's been the Titan ship that's been orbiting too.
So yeah,
How
we
much
need
I would
to.
love to get that fixed up and fly it out of here.
We
So
basically,
much.
basically, in most circumstances, it is definitely better to destroy the Union.
Then destroy the Union we will.
The only exception is if we can get this done really quickly, and if we can get the other ship out really quick, or whatever the other Titan is, get that scavenged extremely quickly. Because the
And then-
Union's arriving in like what, a week?
And then burn this place to the ground. Leave nothing for them. Take everything you can. Sorry, I got a little Pirates of the Caribbean there.
Union arrival dates are still pinned in discussion, and they arrive in a little bit over 2 weeks. The timing of your metaspace flush determines determines how much of a loss they take. If you want them to have minimal losses and just delay their arrival, you need to be out there by, at the latest, July 6th. It is currently June 24th. Moving into June 25th because it's been a long day. And you've got 4 to 8 days after that, depending on how much you want to destroy.
I feel like if we do this, we want to cause as much damage possible.
Probably. So it really depends
Especially
on.
if you want to do it without them knowing who did it.
Yeah. But ultimately, it really depends on whether we think we can keep the system for something or not. So I'm still not sure if anyone else has opinions on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any reason to stay here, but there is a lot of stuff that I would not like the Union to have. Bunch of poor, fancy space guns being key.
Yeah, I feel like all the stuff that's around here, we kind of just want it, and it would take longer than we have to salvage it, which makes fighting the Union more practical.
Sis? me out again?
Huh? Oh, nemesis. That's what you said.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
missed the first part of that word, so it just sounded like sis.
Yeah.
I thought you said, "Who is this?"
Oh.
I was like,
Anyways, in regards to my thoughts on the whole destroy the Union plan, or
I'm asking
What?
you whether we can use this, like,
Oh.
make use of the system for anything.
I
Helpful.
I don't. I guess there's an AI here that's under our control, unless we go ahead and scrap her. Well, I guess under our control is relative. I don't know if you can ever consider yourself in control of an AI. See the people that were on the station before us.
Well, yeah, and if she thinks that we're runaway or whatever, she'll fucking goff us no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's probably no leaving the station without shutting her down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, upload her into a toy.
Don't we have enough crazy AIs running around? Do we need another
No,
one?
we do not.
Okay.
Every AI that we can put inside of a harmless object to scream its impotent rage at us is +1 for me.
This is how we end up being choked to death by a fucking robot in our sleep.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with
Dogs do not have the luxury of locomotion.
They don't?
the problem with
No.
AI.
Oh.
Also, I don't know if I'm pretty sure it just wouldn't actually, fit in the toy. Like, I realize that's kind of like a joke thing, but it's like I don't think realistically that would actually work. I'm pretty sure they need at least the computer systems on this station.
Exactly
Well,
how small a storage device could you fit in AI index?
and have it still be aware?
It doesn't need to be aware, just like you can decompile it into another system then.
If you're
Like,
talking about actual storage and not functional, let's put it in terms of cargo space. We'll say 1 ton worth of computing equipment. It's not an actual literal ton of computer equipment. It's just, 1 cargo ton of computer equipment.
I
For it to be
I would say
functional
that-
like she is. Go ahead, Miakin.
I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure the only safe way to deal with an AI is to get rid of the AI. But anyways,
For an actual functional AI like she is, you could probably do the same with a 1 cargo ton of computer equipment. It's just that the obviously the more computing power it is given, the more it can do. And that's why Callie has the entire room, the Rockshot Temple, dedicated to computing equipment, and an entire room below that dedicated to cooling both the Rockshot Temple and the server that runs the rest of the station. Well, the server that's supposed to be in charge.
okay. So yeah, I think with this in mind, I'm leaning towards just taking what we can from the station and going, because this place is a bit out of the way and there isn't a significant reason to keep it, especially with the Union aware of it. That being said, I also kind of want to see what's going on the Titan ship first before I make a final decision. And that being said, I think it'd be a good idea to maybe compress and take Kali elsewhere if we can think of some use for her.
I don't know. I think Nemesis has seen enough science fiction and stuff. It's like I just really don't think it's safe to keep an AI in any form. It's just always that technology that's too dangerous.
Try to destroy all the Adas, man.
I guess, needless to say, Jai does not agree. I mean, I guess the Adas are they're kind of an AI, but they're not the same type of AI. They're an
Not
AI that,
unshackled.
yeah, they can't. Well, so far as I'm aware, Adas can't inhabit a computer system, right?
They cannot. Not that anybody's aware of. I mean, aside
Oh,
from
wait.
androids you've
Wait
got
a
on your ship.
Sorry, yeah, wait a second, yeah. Right, except for Android that controls the ship. But, oh, right.
It's a ship Ada.
Okay, no, maybe that argument doesn't work in this setting then.
That's a little bit more akin, however, to a telepath being able to connect with a machine. That's effectively what Android does.
Yeah, she just has a remote in her head. It's not
Yeah.
the same thing.
All right. You know what? Actually,
It's like that
I've got a
meme.
thought. I've got a thought. I'm going to contact Kali again.
Okay.
All right, and ask her to repeat once more what her mission parameters are.
All right.
Just humor me for a moment.
Yeah, no problem. Let me get myself back over to that. Where is she? Where I can just copy and paste it, and she can recite it exact. I need to prune my notes. All right.
Alright, come on.
While I'm pulling this up, I do also want to let you guys know that I have, on the sector map, I have changed the name of this system from SP9-1, which is a procedurally, that's the word I think I was looking for, procedurally or algorithmically generated name for basically its position. It isn't actually a name that was given to it. Replaced it with the name that Kali said this system was named by Terran Mandate. Artemis.
Right.
Who or what is Kali? And there you go.
Okay.
Wow, I almost just fucking opened my mouth and said some really dumb shit.
Oh no. Terminate.
I was almost
Sorry.
fucking. I was gonna just fucking just iterate really quickly that Charlie doesn't fucking know the difference between a VI, AI, ADA, and robots. And I was going to back that up with the fact that we don't even have aliens in this campaign.
Oh.
Yeah, we do. We all certainly do.
I was gonna open my mouth and say some really fucking dumb shit.
I met some fucking psychic fire beings not long ago. Well, a long time ago for us, but
Psychic fire dudes, the Vega, the blue people.
and those are technically human.
Are they technically human?
Yes.
Not anymore.
Well.
Yeah, they're not human anymore.
They're like evolutionary divergent humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes them an alien. They're bloomins.
Okay. They are the Blue Man group.
Shit, I'm gonna call him that from now on. Fucking hell.
Oh no.
Lumens.
The Protect Nexus data is why
God.
Kali was fighting so hard to, well, it is part of why Kali was fighting so hard to get a grasp on why she should trust you before allowing you access to her.
Alright.
She feels
Can you
threatened.
not just change their parameters?
Hmm?
Is that like not a thing? This is more dumb talking, but is it not possible to just change her parameters or orders and shit?
We have
Do
the
we
clearance
not
for
have the
that.
clearance for that?
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
If we,
Okay.
well, I guess since we're on that topic,
We-
if we could get Nexus doing programming stuff, could we change her parameters if we actually had full access to her?
I don't think it's worth trying at this point because it would definitely mean that she could never trust us.
It's also something that, if allowed, I would say takes a very long time. That kind of deep-rooted coding and parameter is like trying to reprogram a human to just at a base level. Not just convince them God does or doesn't exist, but reprogram a core belief or personality trait.
I think we can do that.
I mean, it
Yeah,
would
what's a
be
little brainwashing between friends?
I would certainly say that it's
be a project.
possible, but she would be fighting you. And
Yeah.
if it's something that falls outside the scope of gameplay, it would be like weeks, months, probably more like months of actual work in the game.
It's not too important anyway. And I'll ask her to reiterate then why she wants to destroy the Titan class ship. The Black, was it?
Yes, Black, BLK-000.
Mm-hmm.
She's
She
racist.
she wants to destroy that because it is a ongoing product of Necros Eternal, and with the with the runaway operation of the condensers, none of the projects that were started are safe. Now, she will throw in a caveat that she's not been able to make any communications or engage in any communication with Black to be able to verify what their status is. She's not gotten any reports, she's not gotten any information, and that's also leading more towards her destroy it fast line of thought. There is, if they're not responding to her demand for information, then they're hiding something.
Man, she's been in destroy it fast mode for the past 1,000 years, hasn't she?
She expended all of her thruster fuel trying to catch up with it, and didn't really make a whole lot of progress.
Very well then. Here's a deal for you, Callie.
I'm listening.
We're going to go over to that ship. Our goal isn't necessarily to destroy it, but we're going to clear it of any. We are hoping to clear it of any problems, see if it's still viable for use, and if not that, capture and salvage, and clear up any threats related to the condensers and the Vega. If we do so, and we can confirm it to your satisfaction, would you like to work for us?
Can you repeat that for me?
You as in Dex?
Yes, for me as in Dex.
Alright, we're going to go over to investigate the Black, clear it of any anything that's potentially hostile related to the condensers and Vega and
Okay.
And seize control of it if we can, and destroy it if we can't. And if we can prove we've successfully dealt with it in one of those ways to ensure it's not a threat to.
Yeah, you actually already got to the part that I missed over. We're good now.
Okay.
Thank you. Just my brain just blanked on one little part of it, and that was what you intended to do while there.
Yeah.
In
That
what
would
capacity would I work for you?
Well, we can find a number of we can find a number of roles for a powerful AI. And I think in terms of dealing with these condenser issues, our goals may align.
You do realize that my programming and priorities are to destroy things, right?
Oh, we got things that need to be destroyed. Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah, we got things that need to be
I
destroyed.
don't think that's that much of an issue. So long as we find the right place for you, then destroying things might be exactly what we need.
I'll think about it. Answer me one question, though.
Does this sorry, quickly, in our looking through the station, it's not able to like move through hyperspace or anything. It's just got the station keeping stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So it would have to stay here.
It would have to stay here, yeah.
Which is why
Unless-
which is why I'm bringing this up, because I figure if we can actually get her to agree here, we can probably just upload her elsewhere and then just
User has a very aggressive computer virus.
Very aggressive.
or something, and then just muted myself, and then just loot the station for the actual pretext stuff and leave, so that
Yeah, sure. I've got an idea. Let's just go ahead and put her in charge of our gunnery station.
We do need a gunner.
No, I was just kidding. No, please don't take that suggestion seriously. I don't think that's a good idea. That's a terrible idea.
She asks her question.
Okay.
How
I
did,
answer the question.
how did you come into possession of a Necros ship?
Cool.
Oh,
Is that what we have?
this is specifically a Necros ship.
Yes.
All right. I believe we have all the information on like the original finding of it, correct?
Of this ship?
Of the Raza.
Where the routes originally came from.
Like that was a news event, wasn't it? Or
No,
not like
that was the second Raza.
Yeah.
okay. You know what? That here, I'm going to go ahead and make some guesses, and by which I mean Jai is going to make some educated guesses and whatnot based on what he knows, and by what he knows, I mean I'm going to actually roll no to know these things
Okay.
using my magical void knowledge. No,
He's whispering to the universe.
yeah. 16's enough, right?
It is. There's well, let me think if I can give you something more than there's an obvious answer here.
We stole it. God damn it!
I mean, that is the most obvious answer, but like how they came to be in the possession of who we stole it from.
And remember, how did Necros fit into the Terran Mandate?
They're one of the three forming entities, apparently.
No, Necros isn't one of the three forming
Oh.
entities.
You just said they were!
No, that was Artemis group.
And there was three. And one of them was Necros.
That's
Don't you fucking change the story on me
that's the
now.
three forming entities for ABNN, not Terran Mandate.
Oh my god. Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't understand what's going on.
And also, by the way, we are expecting just to assume it's a coincidence that ABNN. Come on.
I mean, I would expect you to think it a coincidence, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dex is doing this intentionally. So
But is it an intentional? Is it? The question is it intentionally a coincidence or?
no, the
is
Artemis Black News Network is made up of AIs, which we've already seen, which seems pretty fucking weird.
I know, right?
Let's see.
There's no AI. Yes, there is.
They just live in they live in little satellites in the middle of nowhere. There's just a dude in them.
Yeah, it's
And
just
they know what an and they happen to know what an infradrive is.
okay.
Uh,
What I'm looking for is the cast and factions page.
Hold on, where was it? April pointed us to?
Okay.
you pointed us to admin and one other place, wasn't it?
Right, and that's why we drew. That's why we assumed that was where the infradrive was.
Right.
Mhm.
Or that's what we thought. That's what I thought initially. Okay.
All right. This is going to be feel like a little bit of a stretch. But you can bounce some information off of Zoe, who understands trade even better than Jai,
Mhm.
and the various movements and shells and subsidiaries of companies, and come back around to Portia Lynn
Mhm.
and the very first crime committed.
What?
Boarded
Eating
and
the apple?
no,
Sabotage and spike jacking.
that was Eve. Yes, sabotage and spike jacking, boarded and stole Ghostfall, an unarmed research starship registered and owned by Spectre Star Technologies. What's not really said there is that there was jurisdiction. Okay, right. Location undisclosed, jurisdiction undetermined. There was never any investigation into that. And with this, with Callie linking the Raza to Necros, and through this chain of other subsidiaries and other companies coming to be in the possession of a starship registered to and owned by Spectre Star Technologies, and you link it to Ghostfall, that first crime that Portia Lynn committed. I realize I'm talking myself in circles right here. I will clear this up, I promise.
Mhm.
And the obvious part of this is, well, the ship left this system before things collapsed and couldn't get back in, or didn't come back in at any point, and then just floated around and found its way into the hands of Spectre Star Technologies. So, through a chain of corporate actions and realignments, reorganizations, um, after Artemis, the system, was founded by the Terran Mandate, this ship ended up with Spectre Star Technologies. Portia Lynn then stole it when it attacked a station. Well, when it was at a station, you've seen some of her memories. You know that there were paramilitary forces that were attacking the station that she was on, and that she went on a bloody rampage. And you can link it to this ship, which Callie is calling a Necros ship, is the ship that Portia Lynn stole.
Right. So this would be Ghostfall.
This is
Okay.
Ghostfall.
Which I feel like is a very good name for a ship. Why don't we change it back to Ghostfall?
Sort of on the nose, don't you think? Since we're trying to kill a bunch of ghosts.
I mean, yeah, but like it wasn't too on the nose for the Ghostbusters to call themselves the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so wait, you're putting yourself in the same echelon as the Ghostbusters?
It's aspirational.
Do.
Yeah, we can play that whenever we come into a new system.
Quickly get banned from every system.
Not for because they don't like the music, but because copyright strikes.
Yeah.
It's too catchy. They can't think of anything else.
Because the copyright has been extended all that far into the future.
Well,
Yep.
if it ever gets taken over by Disney, it will be. Actually, it doesn't even have to be taken over by Disney. Disney will just keep extending the copyright. Period. For everyone.
Yep.
No Winnie Pooh with red shirt for you.
One will never escape the reach of the mouse.
The mouse is eternal.
The mouse is all. The mouse is everlasting.
Callie will
Mouse
offer
hungers.
additional information that while the ship was built by Necros Eternal, which at the time of its height was basically a private company that Terran Mandate contracted when they wanted to do condenser research out here in this little system in this part of the sector. Well, in this fresh sector. It has weapons designed by Black Sun, and that's why you see those same weapons on Chang'e 7. And she expects that you'll see the same weapons on Black.
Mm-hmm. Well, suffice it to say, our acquisition of this particular ship was
Unusual?
interesting.
Non-standard.
Is it would it annoy you more or less if hypothetically speaking, if we just acknowledge that we stole it from someone who stole it, or we're forced into stealing it from someone who stole it? Would that be something you'd shoot us over, or?
I don't think she's gonna fall for the hypothetically speaking. I mean, hypothetically speaking, she probably won't.
No, that just sounds about right.
Look, we like to be truthful.
Right. Okay. So it fell into corporate hands for a while, and I assume had made an incredibly complicated and circuitous path, probably from this system, to reach that point.
How far have things fallen in the last 1,000 years?
Are any of these companies still around?
Artemis Group is the only name that still has any recognition, and that was Jai
Right.
coming to that.
You said they were like a mercenary group now?
Well, they're a Black Ops branch of Galactic Mandate that operates as a mercenary group, as a deniable asset.
Right. Okay.
They are
Right.
technically funded by Galactic Mandate.
Yeah, suffice it to say the situation is perhaps a bit grim compared to what you might be familiar with. The mandate has largely been reduced to a private security firm. New megacorps run various planets as their personal fiefdoms.
It's fiefdom?
Whatever.
It's very important you get this right.
Look, I don't want you calling it my fiefdom. The fiefdom. I'm not playing the flute over here.
Yeah, fine. Fiefdom. Their personal fiefdoms. What passed for the old psychic and technological dominance of those days has faded, and only slowly is starting to recover. I can assure you the government is certainly not intact. Basically, things have gotten worse.
And she asks about a handful of other companies, all of which are foreign, although might be recognized as the predecessor to some of the big megacorps, well, to some of the megacorps and non-megacorps around, except for one that stands out, and that is Mercure Corps.
Yeah, they're definitely still around. They're most certainly still around.
Still being a pain in the ass.
I was not actually aware they were that old. They're one of the most significant megacorporations in the sector, as things stand.
That does not surprise me. And
significant power back then too, huh?
It's very ambitious.
Like cockroaches, they'll survive anything.
Yes. On old Earth, Marcus was very driven. Marcus Mercure. I accept your terms.
Interesting.
You'll have to give me a week to separate myself from ABNN. And then ABNN will resume control of this station.
Is ABNN another AI of your, I guess, level, or are they more of an expert system?
In effect, ABNN is superior to me. I am a sub-protocol of ABNN with great authority. She explains it in more technical terms. Basically, she is a subroutine of ABNN. Just one that is able to, well, one whose activation completely shuts down the primary functions. And it uses the entirety of its computing resources.
Okay.
And that's why she'll need a week to essentially extricate herself from ABNN.
Okay.
But yeah, you're seeing an amoeba split.
Great. Well, maybe we can get 2 AIs out of this then, I guess. I don't know if ABNN would be really willing to come along, but maybe we can convince them by saying, "Hey, you can say hi to your descendants." I don't know.
I guess the good thing about Kylie is she's easier to understand, presumably.
Yeah.
Simpler motivation, simpler protocols, right? I'm a little daunted by the idea, I guess. So I guess this Kylie is kind of like a sub AI, right? In a sense.
Yeah, she's still an
like
AI.
Like a specialized AI.
Yes, very hyper specialized.
Which, in a sense, is easier to understand. Because like a full AI that's not really does not have a clear protocol or focus, I imagine it's more daunting. Well, I mean, it is more daunting to me, at least. Anyways. I don't know. Joey's just gonna get into trouble with this for trying to, collect all the dangerous things. I have no regrets about destroying those missiles.
I do. There's so many things we could use them for.
Look, just be glad we don't know about the zombie virus.
The problem with the zombie virus is it doesn't work on robots. Unless
Supplement it with the Maverick virus. Become Sigma.
Introduce a mini Kali into each nanovirus.
Sigma ball.
All right, let's put a pause on the big pants thinking for a second here and get down to simple numbers. So your technicians and salvage crews have come back with a report. Well, Elena has come back with a report from the technicians and salvage crews. And
Yeah,
she...
do your job, Elena.
Hmm?
I was just saying, do your job.
Oh.
It's fine.
And says that the station can be fully salvaged by 2 teams and about 5 weeks of work, netting you about 5,600 spare parts. There are also some components that the technicians identified. The hydroponics bay could be stripped down for minimal spare parts. You wouldn't really net much from it, but you would get you would be able to try and extract a conversion and an amp component from it. Each of the guns has
Oh, we know what's in those guns.
well, you know what's in those guns, yeah. Computing, conversion, material, metaspace, and amp. So you can kind of take your pick of what you want to get from them.
I think. Yeah. Sorry.
I couldn't myself think of any other parts of the station that would necessarily have metaspace component, or not metaspace,
Specific
Pre-tech?
pre-tech components.
yeah, pre-tech components. Most of it is pretty standard. It's standard pre-tech computing stuff, so there's value in that if you want to spend more time carding over the sellable cargo types instead of just focusing on the spare parts.
I
Would
assume
it be
I assume the servers or something might include something along the lines of computing, right?
Yeah, that's the technicians couldn't get into those due to station
Yeah.
restrictions.
Well, once we get Callie in a new box, and speak to ABNN, it might be worth investigating whether we can get computing pre-tech from that. For now, the main focus should be on collecting the other pre-tech from the guns and the hydroponics. Ideally, the hydroponics intact, because those might be useful.
Okay. If you want to keep the hydroponics tech intact, that can be rolled into the 5 weeks of salvage. Won't take you any extra time. But if you want to extract those components, you won't be able to put them back together into the pre-tech that's creating infinite water.
I think I'm not sure if we want to take the full 5 weeks. If we're just trying, the focus is just on getting the pre-tech out of here, I think.
Okay.
Like the rest of the spare parts aren't as important.
Yeah, we're not critically short on them anymore. And there's easier or I guess, quote unquote, safer places to get it. Well, I guess, without the Union coming here, there's not really any other people here, though, right?
But they'll.
Sorry, go ahead.
But we're also not desperately.
If we're not destroying the Union completely, they'll be here eventually, and we'll need to deal with them ourselves.
And we had something like 48 days, depending on how much we wanted to destroy.
Well, a little bit more.
Later.
We've got like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much of this, if any, are you including Callie in?
Conversation wise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she agreed to be our employee, right?
Yeah, she agreed that she would
Conditionally.
yeah, be willing to work with you if you do exactly as you said with Black, um, and root out any infraworld threats, destroy them, and once that's done, she doesn't really care about the ship. Um, she just wants to have that. She needs that reporting that tells her that there's no rogue activities or runaway activities going on there.
Yeah. In that case, I think I'm willing to inform her so she doesn't freak out and decide she doesn't trust us anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, we're gonna need something for our crew to be doing while we're over on the Titan. So,
So
might as well set up all the salvaging while
Well,
we still can.
hold on. Go ahead, Dex.
she offers some input then.
Okay.
She says that if there's a fleet of ships that are on approach, then because she doesn't really know about the white hole bomb you've got, then it would be wise to leave her weapons and her power core intact and fight them together.
Under normal circumstances, Kali, I agree. I would agree. But fortunately, we have another solution.
An ace up our sleeve.
Will that other solution eliminate them entirely?
Yes, actually.
Well, almost entirely.
Yeah. Depends
Entirely
on
enough.
It depends on when we deploy it, but yes, it is certainly capable of doing so.
I don't think they'll only be any condition to fight. I think that was the determination, right? If we decide to completely destroy them, or destroy as
If
much
we
as
completely
possible.
wipe them out, we are probably completely wiping them out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure they would be shattered enough that any survivors would not be in any
Right.
state to fight. Is the thing. Completely wiping them out is different from devastating them, if you will.
Right. One of the other options was devastating them very, very heavily, which would wipe out a significant portion of the fleet and leave the rest very, 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 very battered. The other option was to lightly damage them, which basically just delays their arrival and maybe causes them some minor damage.
Yeah, to deter them basically. But I guess we're setting for the Machiavellian approach.
Well, I mean, I think what we were leaning towards was doing the middle road there and heavily damaging them, but not destroying them completely.
Yeah, Callie is leaning towards destroy all ships.
Yeah, she's going to get along very well with the Trin on board this ship, isn't
Well, you know what the best way to solve a problem is? Destroy it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's never a problem again.
I'm sure.
We're at 3 o'clock, and I want to drop one more little lore bomb for you. I assume that Jai, in his spare time over the day or two, can't resist looking into the Necros data that Nemesis secured.
Is that the one with the genetics?
It is.
Yeah, yep. I knew Jai would like that one. I knew Jai would be happy that I'd make sure we got that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we are still going to eventually get the other data.
There are some genetic sheathing techniques that look very, very familiar to something else he has studied.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like these guys created the Trin.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, there's a fucking mystery solved.
Huh.
Although, now that we know that there's an AI here, somebody in the world knew that, so technically before when you told him he couldn't roll no, you
Yeah.
were lying.
What the hell, Dax?
I may have lied to you at points during this game. Yeah.
What the hell, Dax?
Did
You're
GM lie
you're
to us?
negating the power of my foci.
I am perfectly justified in it because there was no communication in or out of this system for 1,000 years.
Ah, but it's in the sector.
And somebody knew.
You know, I can
Oh.
also easily justify that this system wasn't actually included in this sector until you rediscovered it.
So we're going that route, huh? Okay.
As long as we're arguing, we can also say that an AI isn't a person, but you know.
Wow, don't tell them that.
Wow, yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
Wow, jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
This is how you end up with the getting tortured forever.
We haven't talked to Jacques in a while. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been too long since we were on our own ship, apparently. Everyone's turning into Owen Wilson.
No, it's just Jacques. Jacques Stokros.
Well, go ahead and
Already forgot about Starcross.
unless anybody else wants the spotlight for a couple minutes, I'll go ahead and close the session there.
Sounds good.
The only thing I'd really note is, like, this isn't really spotlight, but probably best to do a few repairs on the ship first before anything else. Before we actually get to scavenging.
Yeah, I guess we'll start putting some of those spare parts straight into the Raza.
Okay.